All right, man. It's BNF Podcast, man. We here with the first live stream going live right now, man. And, this is something that I always wanted to do. And, might as well start right now and start to instead of procrastinating and shit like that with this shit. But there's a lot to talk about, man. A lot that I want to address. We definitely got to talk about this Diddy case today, which has been crazy. And we're gonna watch this shit real quick before I even say anything about it. Let's watch this shit real quick. Hold on.
What would happen after the escort finished on you? Sean would want it put on his body in the next room. Hold on, what?
This nigga gives the best breakdowns when it comes to the Diddy.
Where? Usually on
when it comes to any trial. Young Thug, I got on to him when he started doing the Young Thug shit.
Absolutely insane. Cassie Ventura takes a stand and testifies about years of abuse by Combs. All right, day 2. I'm gonna read the updates so you don't have to. Sit back, hit subscribe. Let's go. Diddy made a heart gesture to his family members arriving. Sean Combs' lead counsel Mark Agnafilo made an interesting comment after the jury was dismissed yesterday on Monday. He said he appreciated that each of the government's first 2 witnesses was already seated at the stand before the jury filled in the courtroom, and that he would like that to the case when star witness Cassie Ventura testifies today. So that's because she's pregnant, and they're trying to hide the fact that she's pregnant. Still, I feel like it's gonna be impossible. Someone's gonna figure out she's pregnant, but whatever. Diddy walks in the courtroom,
and her being pregnant and testifying is to me is what's gonna kill Diddy as far as the jurors. Like when you have a woman who's been abused and going through all this trauma, and she's pregnant and she's going through a pregnancy, and the jurors able to see her, I don't know. There's no way as a human you don't have no compassionate for that person. So I don't think that helps Diddy with her being pregnant and she's testifying. Just keep listening though.
The one he wore yesterday, a lighter colored sweater with a white collared shirt underneath. No jury in the room yet. Court is discussing how it'll handle showing the explicit videos from Sean Combs' freak-offs. Media lawyers are now arguing that news organizations should be able to view the government's freak-off videos. It is important that the press, the people through the press, be able to see justice being done. Oh man. Lawyers are debating relevance of some text exchange between Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura that reference a bar fight. Combs lawyer Tenny Garrigo.
Hi, I'm Brett.
Let's skip
And
this
I'm Jonathan.
bullshit. I don't even think we're gonna have to deal with that.
And this is Buddy.
We're the founders of the Farmer's Dog.
We've made an entirely new way to feed your dog.
It all started with my first dog, Jada.
I gotta get more computer savvy, for real.
I got Jada in my early 20s. It was just love at first sight. She was the most...
This is why my man has premium.
smart dog.
You don't have to deal with this
Lawyers
shit.
introduced the text as evidence, arguing they show that Ventura got into a fight over issues of jealousy, which the defense says is central to understand Combs and Ventura's relationship. Government says that it's irrelevant. Jury walks in. Daniel Phillip retakes the stand to continue his testimony and face cross-examination. Phillip is the escort yesterday that met them several times between 2012 and 2014. Prosecutor Emily Johnson says she wants to clear the courtroom when the explicit images are shown to the jury, essentially be offering images from videos as early as this afternoon that would show nudity involving multiple people. Combs' lawyers say the videos he recorded of women having sex with male prostitutes would vindicate him. Here's his family walking in today. Here's a picture of Daniel Phillip, the escort. Combs' lawyer Xavier Donaldson is on cross right now. Phillip admitted he only seen Cassie appear to be messed up on a drug or alcohol one time when he was invited over for a sex session with her. The one time you saw her under any kind of influence or any type of drugs, Mr. Combs said no to any sexual intercourse. Correct, Phillip responded, after specifying he'd been summoned for a freak-off. Danny Phillip said on cross that after Sean Combs attacked Cassie, she ran him shaking and terrified. Phillip explained that he didn't immediately start having sex with her after she was beaten, but that encounter happened organically. She was shaking uncontrollably, obviously afraid, and we started talking for a while before we ended up kissing each other. This is absolutely insane. I still can't believe Diddy was letting male prostitutes do this to his girl, man. Donaldson is doing a lot of rehashing of Phillip's testimony from yesterday. We're getting details about sexual positions, ED, and assault. This is all happening in front of Sean Combs' mother and children. Yesterday, he said he saw Combs throw a liquor bottle at Ventura from across the living room before dragging her by their hair into the bedroom. You overheard Ventura screaming and sound like slapping and punching. Combs came out of the bedroom and asked, "Are you guys ready to continue?" suggesting that they have sex. Donaldson pointed out that the police report said Combs had instead told Phillips to get the fuck out. Phillip maintained he didn't recall telling the police officers that. Interesting, so there's a discrepancy in the police report versus what this guy's saying a little bit. Was he correct? Phillips scoffs and shakes his head. Incorrect. So I think that's the defense lawyer trying to put another narrative that they were in a relationship and this guy's jealous. They finished cross on Daniel Phillip, rehashed his prior testimony mainly. On redirect, he reiterated that Combs would give him and Ventura direction during some of these encounters, such as telling Ventura to give Phillip oral sex and instructing them to slather on baby oil.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna stop this real quick, just to talk about Diddy real quick. So Diddy was sitting there having other niggas pipe his lady. It was in a relationship. He's having somebody pipe his lady, and he's directing them on what to do, and he's sitting in the corner beating off. I don't understand that. I really don't get it, but this to me is more than a freak off. Like, Diddy has real issues. Like, this nigga is sick. I can't, like, as a man, what pleasure it is for you to watch your piece get pounded by somebody else. And, you know, Diddy's recording and you know, he's telling them, yeah, you know, I want y'all in baby oil and all types of wild shit, but let's keep listening. This is everything that came out today.
This is some just freaky, disturbing shit, bro. Defense attorney asked that Ventura's husband, Alex Fine, not be in the courtroom, citing, among other reasons, a threatening text Fine allegedly sent to Combs after Ventura.
All right. Alex Fine. That's Cassie's husband. Honestly, it's a good thing that he's a white guy, because I don't see no real nigga sitting through a court trial, listen to his girl get pissed on and violated like that. I just don't see that happening. Like, she found the right guy with the right, you know, stomach that's able to stomach some shit like that, because ain't no way I'm going to be in a courtroom and I can look at my wife the same after hearing everything I just heard from all these testimonies about how my wife got violated and shit like that. And who knows how much she really told him before this, you know? You know, so maybe these details could be all new to him. Maybe he didn't know, or maybe he did know. But the way I seen him leave the courtroom today, man, yo, man, that nigga look real sick, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, that nigga look like he's reconsidering a lot. Like, who the fuck did I really marry? You know, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of details he didn't know. You know, and you know, how do you have sex with your wife after that again? How do you look at your wife the same after that? I couldn't. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, your bitch is a freak. I'm sorry. Cassie's a freak. We ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't care about her age and none of that. Cassie's a motherfucking freak. She like that shit.
Filed her lawsuit. The defense said it may, in fact, call Fine as a witness. Interesting. Here's Alex Fine walking in the courtroom.
That nigga looks sick. That nigga looks sick. I'm sorry. That nigga look like he left a funeral home, bro.
Disturbing.
That nigga looks sick. I'm sorry, bro.
Ventura's husband, Alex Fine, not be in the courtroom, citing, among other reasons, a threatening text Fine allegedly sent to Combs after Ventura filed her lawsuit. The defense said it may, in fact, call Fine as a witness. Interesting. Here's Alex.
That nigga looks sick, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's not a nigga who's there looking very supportive of his wife, who's going through something now. That nigga look like, what the fuck? What the fuck did I marry? What the fuck did I have kids with? My wife's a fucking freak. I don't think she was telling dog that she was getting violated like that. I really don't. Look at that. I feel sorry for this dude, man. I really do. I don't think he was prepared to hear all that, man. I really don't,
Fine
man.
walking in the courtroom today. Diddy appeared nervous as he went to the holding area for the break before Cassie Ventura's testimony. He adjusted his clothing and glanced over at one of his sons. He usually has a big smile for his row of supporters, but this time he appeared stoic. Cassie has been called to the stand, and things are about to heat up. This is basically the star witness of this trial. She has on a brown turtleneck dress. She says arguments would end in physical abuse. He would knock me over, drag me, kick me, stomp me in the head if I was down. Jesus, man. Too frequently, the fights turned physical. Bruises all over my body. Here's a drawing of her getting sworn in, with Diddy looking at her. Sean proposed to this idea, this sexual encounter that he called voyeurism. Asked what a freak-off entailed, Ventura said it included the hiring of a male escort and setting up this experience and performing. Combs would direct this performance, she said. Ventura had her eyes down recounting this, pausing to slowly exhale. I just remember my stomach falling to my butt, just the nervousness and confusion in that moment. Recounting her feelings when she learned about the nature of a freak-off. She was 22 at the time and didn't have a concept of how that would be a turn-on. She said she loved Combs very much and wanted to make him happy. She didn't feel like she had much of a choice but to participate in Combs' freak-off, she testified. Described herself as naive and a total people-pleaser. Feared making him angry or uncomfortable with her rejection. Combs controlled much of her life, she said. Ventura feared that she would be blackmailed with videos and images of her participation in the freak-offs, as well as threatened with violence. He had many resources to spread those images on the internet, she said. It was always in the back of my mind that I would somehow be hurt by him. Sean is a really polarizing person, also very charming, so it's hard to be able to decide in that moment what you need when he's telling you what he wants. Before she met him, she just knew him as a larger-than-life entrepreneur and musician. I was a fan of the music. She was 19 years old when she signed a 10-album deal with Bad Boy Records. 10-album deal. I've been around record labels. I've been in meetings with record labels. I don't know if you guys know this. 10-album deal is fucking ridiculous. I've only ever heard of 4-album deals that are terrible. But 10. Ventura described Combs kissing her in a hotel suite around the time of her 21st birthday in Vegas. She said she was confused by the kiss and recalled crying and running off. She was a new artist, didn't know the lay of the land, and wasn't used to an executive acting in a sexual and romantic way. Power dynamic, man. Some messed up shit. She's only 21. He was probably in his fucking 40s.
Alright, so the age discrepancy, I guess Diddy being who he was, a mogul, and you have a young girl. She was dating Ryan Leslie at the time. So this is one thing I got to remember. Ryan Leslie brought Cassie to Diddy. You know, that was his girlfriend at the time. So she chose up. She was still dating Ryan Leslie when she was introduced to Diddy, who owns Bad Boy, and she was signed to Bad Boy. She was still with Ryan Leslie. She left Ryan Leslie and, you know, she started dating Diddy. She chose up. She said, fuck Ryan Leslie. This nigga got the money. You know, I feel like this nigga's better for my career. This nigga's gonna provide this lifestyle that I want. She chose up because Ryan Leslie to me seems like a good guy. You know? He looks like one of these, you know, Cape Verdean dudes out here that's, you know, that you'll see at Guilt or something like that, or Tribe or whatever. He just seems like, you know, a good dude. You know, I think her sexual life and preferences would have been a lot different if she stayed with Ryan Leslie, but she chose up. You know, she chose stars, she chose fame, and you know, sometimes this is the price that comes with it. You know, when we sell our souls. So, you know, let's not get it twisted to make it seem like Diddy just preyed on this girl, because she was dating Ryan Leslie. So if she was dating Ryan Leslie, that means Ryan Leslie was probably dating Cassie when she was 18, 19. This is around the same time. So we can't look at Diddy funny for dating Cassie for being young. She was with Ryan Leslie. You know what I'm saying? He's older too. So, you know.
I want to be around Sean for the same reasons as everyone else at the time. This is exciting. And
yeah, we really gotta get our money up, because you know these ads is making this shit real
entertaining,
bootleg.
fun guy who also happened to have my career in his hands. It felt special because not a lot of people got that time with him. After he kissed her at the 21st birthday party, Cassie testified he would invite her to meetings in hotel rooms in New York. She said she felt nervous excitement about these. We're going to talk about music, or we're going to talk about what's next. Combs introduced her to oral sex, Ventura said. He just kind of made me feel crazy for not reciprocating. After he performed it on her for the first time, she recounted. She said she was completely sexually inexperienced at the time and was in a relationship with another person. She traced the beginning of the relationship.
Alright, this is the shit that's fucking me up, right? Cassie pretty much said today that meeting Diddy was the first time she sucked dick. I don't know if I believe that. I really don't know if I believe that. You're 20 years old. You never sucked dick before, and you was in a whole relationship with a grown man. She was with Ryan Leslie. We need Ryan Leslie to come through and really tell us if this is true or not. You know, like, I really don't believe that part, but you know, I don't know. I really don't. Maybe she could be telling the truth, but I doubt it.
Relationship back to a trip to Miami a few months after her 21st birthday. It was the first time they had sex. First time she intentionally took ecstasy. After the trip, we were just together. I became one of his girlfriends after that trip. Ventura thought they might be in a monogamous relationship. I can't say naive enough, describing her mindset at the time. I mean, yeah, these rappers and music mogul guys, I'd say 90% of them probably cheat on their wives. I'll give it like 10% of them don't, dude. She was enamored by Combs in the early part of the relationship. I really fell in love with him. Describing herself as a little shadow who followed him around, she thought it was my first real adult relationship. But as the relationship continued, Combs exercised more control over her, whom she was speaking to, and what she was working on that day. This man is insecure as hell. That's what this is. Who she's talking to and what she's wearing. You're a psycho. She said he was an incessant caller and would have his staff, assistants, and security continuously pester her until he found you. Ventura had been pausing to take slow, deep breaths. She also had been running her hands over her belly, adjusting herself in the chair. So the jury clearly saw her big belly bump. That didn't go well, probably. Cassie testified about the psychological abuse. She said she always had to be working on something, and Combs would check in to make sure she was doing so. This includes submitting lists of songs she was working on to him. A lot of things I did didn't actually come out. She said, describing the tasks as busy work and just control over what I was doing every minute of the day. When she ignored him, he would call constantly and sometimes send a security agent or trusted assistant to her home. As part of Combs' security staff's job, Ventura said to keep an eye on her. She moved to LA because Combs wanted to be closer to his children in LA. I wasn't ready to be out in New York. Because I was love, I wanted to be near him. She was gifted a New York City apartment by Combs. He paid the rent and lived nearby. Combs also paid for some of her apartments in LA and had his own keys and would enter whenever he wanted. She recorded hundreds of songs over the span of her relationship with Combs, enough to comprise 9 albums for a 10-album record deal. I still can't believe she did a 10-album record deal. That is just terrible. None of the songs were released. She received no compensation for her work and her career stalled. So Diddy shelved his own girlfriend. If you don't know what shelved is, that's when a record label says, fuck no, you're not releasing anything right now. Asked about why she didn't release another album, Ventura inhaled deeply and gave a small smile. You're asking me? Combs controlled the releases, and added that the majority of her time with Combs was spent at parties or in recovery from them. The freak-offs became a job. There was no space to do anything else. This is disturbing. So she was just consumed by this guy's psycho behavior, dude. They took a break around noon. When she entered the courtroom, Combs turned to watch her. She appeared to have no interest in returning his gaze. First time they'd seen each other since 2018. Combs was watching her throughout her testimony without any reaction. Combs looked at the jury for a few seconds as Ventura detailed the first time he kissed her. Interesting. He peeked over at the jury. Legendary Brian Steele and Miss Westmoreland entering. I saw a lot of comments saying they were disappointed in Brian Steele taking this case. You guys gotta understand. Brian Steele is probably one of the best attorneys in the country right now. And after the home run that he did on the Young Thug case, when you're offered to represent Diddy and be in the headlines again, as a lawyer, you have to do that. And I get you saw him as a different person. I saw a lot of people saying they're disappointed, they saw him as a different person, but this is what lawyers do, man. This is their job. Combs' family showed little reaction to some of the more sensitive things she testified about. The adult children in the room remained dispassionate. Combs would tell her, I looked too Mexican with my hair like that, or I needed to have my nails done a certain way. Discuss whether she would get breast implants, and that her look during their free-call sessions was especially important to him. Some days he would want me to be really sexy and be his woman other days. She's being asked about Christina Coram and Tony Fletcher, trusted Combs' assistant. She is also being asked about members of Combs' security staff. She recalled a free-call party where Combs learned his rival Suge Knight was at a nearby diner and left with a posse to find him. The tourist said she was scared of what they would do, but they soon returned to the house. This is shit out of a movie, bro. Diddy hopping in a car going to spin the block on Suge Knight is crazy. Are you trying to lose a few pounds before summer? Factor's 2-minute meals can help you. Eating
The fact that Diddy was still on Suge Knight is kind of hilarious to me, that this shit is still ongoing and he still had beef with Suge Knight. I thought that shit was really dead, but I don't know. I forgot what year did Suge Knight even go to jail, because like, y'all nigga, you still was looking for Suge Knight. Come on, Suge Knight been outside.
well has never been easier. Just heat it up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. Think about how much time you use grocery shopping and cooking and prepping.
we gotta
Factor
get
meals arrive
past
fresh
this
and ready
shit
to
right
eat
here.
at your door, perfect for any active lifestyle. It's so convenient. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals on your first box. That's code CUFF50 off at factormeals.com/CUFF50 cards. I wonder what's on those videotapes and SD cards, dude. She said he raised the idea of voyeuristic sex parties after he began physically abusing her. I understood him to be a dancer, referring to the male escort. He was paid to entertain, to dance, and to have intercourse with me. She added that drugs and alcohol were present at the sex party held at LA home that Combs was renting. I was high, so there wasn't much feeling. She said she felt a mixture of dirty and confusion. But at the same time, he's really happy with me and I did something right. Weekly for a consistent amount of years. From earlier in their relationship to about 2017 or 2018. Provided drugs, called all the shots, choreographed everything from her sexual positions with escorts to the lighting of the room. Went on for hours, and even when she wanted to stop, she was scared to. It would be impossible to remember every freak-off she participated in because of all the frequency of the events and the drug use. It just felt like it was all I was good for him. I was humiliated. She began crying as she recalled feeling good about getting one-on-one time with Combs during the parties, which would last for 2 or 3 days at a time. It was the only time I could get with him. She would sometimes try to talk to him out of the freak-offs, always taking care. He used a gentle voice because she didn't want him to feel judged. Jeez, she was walking on eggshells around this psycho. She was asked explicitly who she wanted to have sex with. I want to have sex with Sean. Did you want to have sex with the escorts? No. This has been a very emotional part of her testimony. She has paused to dab tears from her eyes. Cassie.
See, that's real tricky right there. She's letting everybody know that I didn't want to fuck these sex slaves. These professional dick giving niggas that Diddy was hiring. She did not want to fuck these dudes. She did not. So that means that he was forcing her to fuck these professional dick givers. She only wanted to fuck Diddy. But Diddy forced her to fuck other niggas. And he directed on how he wanted her to get fucked and what she wanted to do. It's definitely not a good look for him, because it just looks like, you know, she was being abused against her will, and, you know, whatever she said, she just did because she was afraid, you know. Definitely not a good look for him tonight.
Referred to Sean as Pop Pop was first mentioned in her lawsuit against him in November 23. She wanted to refer to Combs by a name no one else called him. Combs then asked her what she used to call her grandfather. It was Pop Pop. Combs then asked Ventura to refer to him that way.
See, now that's wild. That right there is wild. Pop Pop, that's what I call my grandfather, so now that's what I want you to call me. I don't know if this is true, but the jury's listening to this right now. They're looking at Diddy like he's a fucking piece of shit. Like, what type of nigga are you? Like, what type of controlling freak monster? Like, you not even a human being at this point. This is what I call my grandfather, and this is what I want you to call me. Man, like I said, I don't know if this is true or not. This is, you know, this is her testimony. We don't know what's true or not. But if the jury believes this, it does not look good. This does not look good for Puff, bro, at all. Today was a bad day for Puff. Her testimony, like I said, her going through a pregnancy, her crying on the stand, her talking about her age and how young she was, and how, you know, she's been victimized and tormented by Diddy, and how she didn't want to have sex with these people and he forced her, how she wanted to focus on her music but she can't because she's out here with her legs open 24/7. And like, it doesn't sound good. It really doesn't. So right now for Diddy, I don't know what the defense is going to do, but today was a rough day. Let's keep listening.
What? You're in a relationship with a girl. Your girl asks you for a name, and you recommend her grandfather's nickname. This guy's a weirdo, bro. When she tried to tell him she was not a fan of the freak offs, her longtime boyfriend berated her, according to her testimony. Ventura said she would backpedal at the point of fear for disappointing Combs. Jurors were shown a series of 2010 emails between the couple, starting off raunchy and playful, with turning into arguments about whether Ventura would want to participate in the freak offs. Freak offs happened in New York, Atlanta, LA, Miami, Turks and Caicos, and Ibiza. Hotel reservations were made under aliases Jackie Star for Ventura, Frank Black, or Frank White for Combs. It's worth noting Frank White is the nickname Combs' former artist for the late Notorious B.I.G. Wait, what? Why is he using that? Defense prosecution judge are having a sidebar. A lot of details prosecutor Emily Johnson has sought in this part of the testimony feel a bit repetitive. She's asking Cassie about the brand of lube and baby oil. Who made decisions?
This is the pink salt recipe that took me from 179 to 120.
My fault, guys. We gotta do better.
You know
we
what
will.
Regarding lube, the colors used during freak offs, whether the candles were laid out, who chose the candles, to what temperature the room was set. In each instance, Ventura said it was Combs. Linens would also be laid out to protect the furniture. Combs would direct escorts to urinate on Ventura and would make her participate in these freak offs while on her period. Miss Ventura, did you want to be urinated on? No. It was not discussed beforehand, she said, but it happened because it was a turn.
That's another thing. That's another thing right there. Diddy's letting his bitch get popped on her period during a freak off. The fact that she was on her period and you think she'll be able to get some time off, like 7 days to just relax, Diddy is still having niggas pound her out on her period. I hope this is not true, because this dude's sick. If everything they're saying about Diddy is true, he's a sick motherfucker, man. I really don't feel sorry for him anymore, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You got this female calling you her grandfather's name. You got her fucking on her period. Like, come on, my nigga. Come on, really?
On for Combs. All right, my man Inner City Press actually has some more detailed tweets I'm gonna read here for the rest of this video. This guy's really good. Go follow him on Twitter. We were talking about Astroglide, the lubricant. How was it used? Lubricant. If you ran out, what? We call either the staff or the bell desk, give them a tip. Were the freak offs lit? Initially it was candle, strong smelling Glade. Any other use of candle wax? A few times poured on my body. Who set the temperature of the room? Sean. I was expected to do freak offs on my period. Did you want to? No.
Yo, this
Did you
nigga's
want
wild.
to urinate on? Objection. Grounds. Asked and answered. Overruled. No, I did not want it. No, I did not want it. How did it feel? It was disgusting. It was too much. I choked. No one could think I wanted it. Why were you choking? Too much urine in my mouth. Who else urinated on you? Sean. Did you want Sean to urinate on you? I didn't want anyone to urinate on me. How often did it happen? Often enough. Which hotel room charge?
Oh, okay, all right. So they pissing in her mouth. Let's remember, Alex. I believe Alex is in the courtroom, and he gotta listen to all this. I don't know if he had to leave the courtroom because there's a possibility that he might have to testify. But to hear all this about your wife getting violated like this, you gotta go home and look at that. That's tough, man. That is tough. You can't have a John Q heart for that, bro. You really got to be a strong individual, and I don't think none of my black kings can sit through something like that or go through something like that. That's tough. That's tough to listen to, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Charged the most for damage to the room. The Intercontinental in New York, they redecorated the whole room for ridiculous money. It was obvious I didn't want to be on the ground being urinated on by two men. Where did you find the escorts? Initially Craigslist. What was a safe escort, not a cop, and someone who'd not run?
Niggas are going on Craigslist to find escorts. Regular niggas was fucking Cassie. I'm thinking this is like professional porn stars. Like, these are regular niggas. Like, these are niggas like me and you who could have been on Craigslist. Diddy would have called us up and paid us to fuck Cassie. Like, this shit's crazy to me. Like, oh my, this nigga's having Craigslist niggas fuck his bitch, man.
And tell everyone about their experience with us. Why not a cop? I learned this whole situation was not leak. Objection. Jury would disregard that last answer. How did the cash get there? Security or he brought himself? The escort Dave, do you know his real name? Clayton Howard. Who is this? Photo shown no witness. Daniel. What service did you use? A dancer service. Do you recognize Jules? Yes. In what cities did you have freak offs with Jules? New York, LA, Vegas. Do you know his last name? No. Who's this? I knew him as the Punisher. Oh my god. No. They had a nickname for a guy and called him the Punisher. Did you use drugs at every freak off? Yes, I need to dissociate and become emotionless. Who else used drugs at freak off? Sean did. Sometimes the escort. Special K, KHB, and mushrooms. I'll read Sean's part of this email. You read you. When should I take the thing? When will you be there? Pausing you there. What did you mean? Drugs? I took mine. I'm flying. What does he mean? He's high. Why are you taking more drugs? To not be present with the experience. Why? Because it was something I hated. How did you react to the ecstasy and MDMA? It could make me vomit. What would he say? To continue. Did you want to continue having...
See? That right there is another killer. That right there is letting us know that Diddy was telling her, yo, you need to pop some shit. You need to be on shit. You about to get fucked for about 3 to 4 days. You need to be on this you need to be on this shit that's gonna have you lifted and is gonna give you a better experience, because you ain't gonna really be in your right state of mind. That's another blow to the defense. I'm sorry. So she was heavily medicated. She wasn't in her right state of mind. You know, she couldn't really think. She was being forced to take drugs. It's definitely not a good look, bro.
intercourse when you wanted to vomit? No. How does GHB make you feel? Drunk, tipsy. Cocaine makes my heart race. I'm not a huge fan. Mushroom, their walls come alive. When the drugs ran out, how did you know who to reach out to? Sean would tell me. During the session, how would you know how to move to the next step? Sean. What would happen after the escort finished on you? Sean would want it put on his body in the next room.
Huh? The fuck does that mean? He would want it put on his body in the next room. This nigga's a fucking weirdo,
what am I
man.
reading here? He would want it put on his body. Did you do that? I did. Where? Usually on his nip. What am I reading, dude? How did you feel? I was an object being heavily objectified by men. Sometimes he would watch by FaceTime. Were some of the sessions recorded on your devices? Because they on your device, what would you do? I would delete them. Why? They were disgusting. I never wanted anyone to see them. Were Sean's devices used sometimes? Yes, I asked him to delete them. Did he? I don't know. Did you ever leave a freak off before it was over? Yes, at the City Century Intercontinental. I finally had a premiere coming up and I didn't want to mess it up. But Sean hit me. At one point, did Sean hit you? Between sessions. I got to the elevator. Next thing you know, I was thrown to the ground.
Diddy's done, man. It's over for this nigga. Diddy's finished, bro.
They play the video.
He's done.
What were you doing? Trying the hotel phone. taking my phone in my bag. 2016 hotel beating took place before her film premiere. Prosecutors presented a text exchange between Ventura and Sean Combs in which she expressed a fear that the freak-off would mess her up before the event. But she testified she worried that Combs would just make it miserable for me if she didn't comply, so she went to the freak-off and still made the premiere. She said she wanted to enjoy something she had worked really hard on. This guy was just a cancer in her life. Asked why she stayed on the floor when Combs kicked her at the elevator. She stayed on the ground, she said, because it felt like the safest place to be. She was barefoot when she fled him. She said she was putting her shoes on when Combs appeared wearing nothing but a towel, threw her to the ground.
This is almost over anyway, man.
Trying to get through the
Diddy's finished, bro. I'm sorry, he's finished.
After he hit me, I saw the result of it. I knew I had to get out. Government argued there was an obvious risk of re-victimization showing the freak-off videos to the press, even if only to a small group of reporters. The judge is still reviewing the issue, and we may not know what the court decides until trial resumes tomorrow. And that's it for day 2. I'm sure defense lawyers will have tons of plans on...
Yo, Diddy's finished, bro. I'm like, I know it's only day 2, but day 2 was an important day for the prosecutors, you know. To have Cassie come out so early in the case, which I was kind of like, damn, why they got her coming out so early in the case? I thought they would have saved her for a little bit later, but she's pregnant, and she could be popping out anytime soon now. I heard in the next 3 weeks or whatever the case may be, you know, she'll be in labor, so they had to, you know, hurry up and get her out the way. She's the star witness, man. She's the star witness of this case, and you know, for her to be pregnant and for the jury be able to see her like that and speak today, it doesn't help Diddy, man. Diddy really looks like a monster. Diddy really looks like a piece of shit. I'm sorry, the nigga look like a piece of shit ass nigga, man. Like, it's a difference when you hearing this shit and niggas is telling about the rumors. We found baby oil, and you know he likes golden showers and all that. But there's a big difference when somebody's testifying and they telling their story and they giving their narrative of what really happened. Spooky. It's real spooky when a female's up there saying like, I was forced to have sex on my period. You know, sometimes he's not even there. He's watching on FaceTime. He's telling me what to do. He's telling me these are the drugs you need to take. These are the positions you need to be in. I don't know, man. It's really not looking good for Diddy, man, at all. But the defense will have a chance to, you know, strike back and ask their questions. And I honestly believe that there's only so much the defense could do, because if they add a little bit too much pressure on Cassie, the jury will be sympathetic because she's pregnant. You got to understand that. A pregnant female is viewed a different way. I don't think the defense can really play hardball like that and really be too aggressive. I think that plays in that plays for the prosecutors. Once Cassie's on the stand and starts crying every time the defense asks a question, it doesn't look good for Diddy. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. So, you know, to have a star witness who's pregnant right now and going through a pregnancy, and she's telling you how she's been victimized at a young age by a powerful man with a lot of money in the music industry, and you know, she was forced to do this, she was forced to do that, and there was dudes that was coming just to pipe her down, and he's watching and videotaping it and directing it. It's all bad, man. It's all bad. I'm not saying Cassie wasn't a freak. I'm not saying that. But you can argue that she was forced. She was forced to like it. She was forced to be a freak, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's not looking good for Diddy, man. And for him to have his kids in the courtroom, his daughters, I don't even think they should be in the courtroom, honestly, listening to that shit or whatever, man. But you know, that's pretty much it with the Diddy case, man. We're gonna stay tuned, we're gonna stay locked in, and we're gonna follow up with it, man. I want to talk about my weekend. You know, I had an opportunity to go see Millie's, you know, throw a great show. I thought it was a great show. You know, niggas might say I'm You know, I'm dick eating or whatever the case may be or whatever. Millies, y'all niggas ain't supposed to support Millies. I really don't get it, man. You know, like I really don't get into the whole race, you know, batter thing. Like, come on, Millies is a talented dude. He's talented. There's no nigga who could tell me right now that Millies can't rap. You can't tell me that Millies can't rap. I don't know why niggas don't like Millies. I really don't. He's talented. He could rap. He did it his way. He worked hard. He seized every opportunity he had. How can you hate on that? It was a great show, man. I was fortunate to be there. You know, I was able to see everybody in there backstage. You know, I seen Bia, Smoke Boja in the building, Benny the Butcher in the building, my nigga Primo in the building. Albie killed it. You know, he really rocked. He rocked the show. He rocked the crowd. I ain't gonna lie. He was probably like the best performance during the whole night. I thought that was a great addition to what Millies had during that night or whatever the case may be. Reem, shout out to Reem Scully, man. You know, I didn't get to see him perform, but I heard he had a really good performance. Overall it was a good show. You know, and another thing, there was no violence. You know, nobody got stabbed, nobody got shot, nobody got killed. You gotta salute that. Like, when we're able to have a hip hop show, a rap show, you know, in the city of Boston, and nobody gets hurt, nobody gets killed, you know, like you gotta be happy about that. You gotta be able to salute that. And I'm happy I was there. You know, this nigga Couch Walker talking mad shit. I'm about to have him on. I'm about to call him right now, just to get his whole perspective on this whole Millie shit and how he feels, because I know he be going on his rants and shit like that. But he wasn't there. I was there. I thought it was a real good show. Let me see if I can get him on the phone right now, because he be popping his shit about Millies and all this other crazy shit. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. See if I can get this nigga on the phone right now.
Yo.
What's the word?
What's the word?
You know, we live right now. I'm streaming this shit. I told you earlier I was gonna call you and shit like that. Right now I'm talking about the whole Millie's concert, which I thought was a success. I know you feel a little bit different. I'm talking about the show in Boston was a success. I was there for it. I know you don't call me a dick eater, and it's all good. I was there for it, and I thought it was a good show. What's your beef with my guy Millies, man? Like, I seen you going in today and posting a lot about like the shows being canceled and shit like that. I just want you to voice your opinion. Like, what's your issue and why did you think the show wasn't a success? Because you wasn't there. I didn't see you, my nigga.
Hold on, you went on mute.
Hold on real quick. I'm here. My shit's on mute? You can't hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, so I'm gonna repeat my question.
No, I heard what you said.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. Talk your shit.
I got so many issues, so I gotta start with one. I think it's all a charade. Like, he's playing a character, and I get it. A lot of rappers do it, but when you play into like negative stereotypes that are like in our community,
what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Because you're an educated dude. Like, I like your platform. There's certain shit that you say is valid, so I'm not gonna take away from you and make it seem like there's certain things that you say is not valid. There's things that you say I agree with. There's things that you say I do not agree with at all. You understand me? But go on. I want you to really educate me and really clear up what you're trying to say, because I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. So what do you mean? Go ahead.
I get it that rappers are playing into characters, right?
Yeah, all rappers. Clearly, this has nothing to do with race.
Yeah, all rappers.
Yep.
But clearly we have illnesses in our community, and we have grievances in regards to a certain image being pushed. All right. And if we hold each other accountable, which we are held accountable every day for these actions. There's plenty of young brothers in jail right now for promoting a certain type of lifestyle in their music. So I feel like he's doing the same thing they're doing, but it's even faker, and he's doing it from a different demographic, which is offensive to me. So if he can make a career out of
what is he faking though? What do you think that he's faking?
Everything.
Come on, specify for me, man. You gotta
got nothing to do with the streets. He ain't got nothing to do with it. It's a whole charade.
I don't think he talks about. He talks more about hustling and trapping and shit like that.
Streets. That's the streets.
That is the streets, but how am I interpreting what you're saying is more?
If he's dealing with drugs, he's using them.
So you don't think he was out here selling work?
Absolutely
or trapping?
Not. No.
This is firsthand knowledge that you know that. How do you know that though? You just talking. You can't really say that. That's just opinion though. That's you making an assumption.
Don't you think that's a common response to that? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the gatekeeper to that, but I damn sure grew up around it, and I damn sure partook in it myself. And I know when someone's playing into a character.
Yeah, listen. Let's be honest. There's a lot of niggas who sold a little bag in here and there and call himself a trap and is really not.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about them. We talking about somebody who's outside of our community who's promoting negative stereotypes. And if black men got to be held accountable for acting like this,
well, if he grew up in the hood, how is he outside of the community though?
Cambridge ain't the hood.
Every place got their own hoods. You know what I'm saying? It's not compared to Boston. Not compared to Boston.
Not compared to anywhere.
We're not gonna act like there's bad areas in Cambridge.
Nah, there's not.
The Port?
Nope. Pretty nice. I used to have sleepovers over there when I was a kid. Loved it.
So you don't think Cambridge? I know a few Cambridge niggas who get busy, bro. I can't really say nothing. I feel like that's the issue with us being from Boston. And anything that's outside of Boston, we feel like is not thorough. Like niggas don't get busy in other towns.
That's not my grievance, though. My grievance. I don't care if you a street dude or not. That's not my grievance. I don't like what he's promoting, and I don't like the fake story about the 22 and shooting at people. I want to know I know that was a fictional story, but I want to know the race of the dude that he fictionally shot at or was about to shoot at in that 22 story with a gun disassembled in his pocket. It's just all these lies that you see on these like platforms with him. It's just like super cringe and embarrassing, and it's sad that we're promoting him as the top rapper in the city. And I feel like
the boy can rap. The boy's talented. The boy can rap. Millies can rap. We can't.
He's medium. I'll give him that. He's medium.
All right. Hold on. All right. Let me ask you this, right? Mass. We're not gonna say Boston, right? Top 3 artists in Mass. Who would you put on that list?
You know, our city ain't there yet to be doing it.
I'm just saying, top 3 artists in Mass. Who would you put on that list?
I'm gonna be biased and put my friends.
Nah, don't be biased. Don't be biased. Don't do that. Without no bias, just keep it real. Just keep it real. I don't care if you like them, don't like them. Top 3 artists. Why are you
asking me this, man? Because I want to.
Because I want to know. I want to know. I really want to know.
It ain't Millie's. It ain't Joyner Lucas. It ain't Beard. It's all local artists. The top 3 is any pick.
Let me just hear your top 3. I'm not against it. I just want to hear it.
Nah, because I don't have to leave everybody out. So I'm just gonna say 3 random people from Boston.
Oh, come on, man. You making this difficult, bro.
I ain't making shit difficult.
You making it difficult. I'm asking. I
want to talk about Millie.
Hold on. We're gonna talk about more than just Millies. I'm not just calling you just to talk about Millies. You know, right. We're just gonna have a conversation. Period. It's a simple question, bro. If you want to throw your friends in the top 3, you want to say Dutch and whoever else, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Just give me your top 3, bro.
I'm gonna say Dutchy Do Bad.
Shout out to Dutch, my guy.
I'm gonna call out your nemesis, E. Burton.
My nemesis?
Yeah, it was fucking with you.
That's my guy, man. I fuck with E. Burton, man. He probably don't like me, but I fuck with E. Burton.
Man, the third spot's tough, man. You put me in a bind, man. Fuck. You know what? Fuck it. I be dissing him too much. I gotta show him some love. Exit Fame. Exit Fame some love.
Exit Fame's in your top 3. You trolling? Exit Fame's is in your top 3. No disrespect for Exit Fame. I actually met him over the weekend.
Disrespect to Exit Fame,
but hold on. In the top 3.
Top 3, bro.
That's how I know I can't take you serious, bro. You just be talking. Bro? I can't take you serious, bro. Exit Fame is not in the top 3. You know that. You know that. and you know that. You just catch a wreck. But anyways, we're gonna move on.
I don't know why you don't think Exit Fame is one of the top artists in Mass, bro.
Why you believe he's one of the top artists in Mass? He's in your top 3. You tell me why.
It's not because of his skill. It's not because of his skill or none of that. It's because of his drive. I never seen a nigga willing to dick ride so hard.
Yo, we gotta talk about this dick riding shit. Yo, we gotta talk about this dick riding shit because, you know, last days just try to flame me for being, you know, Boston top, you know, #1 dick rider and all this and all that. We're really gonna talk about all that. But
you know what? I'm on your side on this one, believe it or not. I'm on your side on this one.
Hold on, we're gonna get there. I don't wanna rush. I definitely gotta give Last his own segment. You know what I'm saying? But Exit Fame, right? What you mean? Like, isn't that business? Business is all about relationships. How do we know what's dick riding and what's building relationships? Why are you saying Exit Fame is dick riding and not building?
You know where we're from, so you understand that any form of just trying to be seen can be viewed as dick riding. And this man got how much pictures? Of everybody who's in the Boston music scene, I've noticed that they try to take nice pictures for clout and blah blah blah.
Couch, and this is Couch Walker. Hold on. My bad. We got Couch Walker on right now. Probably one of the most hated. Wakes up and just talks shit every day. He has a lot of hate in his heart. He takes no days off. He takes no time off. Let him know your IG real quick. I'm on right now with, you know, the most hated, you know what I'm saying, Couch Walker. But, you know, talk your shit.
Find me there. You can find me Couch Walker on IG and Respected Disrespect. And Couch Walker Weaponist if you want to learn about guns.
I hate when you do the gun shit. But go ahead. Go ahead about Exit Fame, yo.
But besides the dick riding, pause. He's a good person, it seems like. You know, I built with him on the phone a few times. He seemed like a good dude.
What the fuck y'all doing on the phone? You stay disrespecting the nigga and he got on the phone with you?
Bro, you know, I was one of them remedial kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, that's just how I am. Anybody from the city who know me know that's how I talk. And everybody in Boston talks very disrespectful. So I don't know why it's like people point a light on me. Like, people talk to each other like that. They like, what up, bitch, to their friends. This is how we talk. Am I lying?
Yeah, you know, niggas you know like that. Niggas you don't know that nigga, bro. You don't know Exit Fame.
So what?
That's what I'm saying. The fact
you beat me up. You gonna beat me up?
It should be on site. The way you be talking about that nigga should be on site.
Listen, I will bear Mace his big ass.
It don't matter. It don't matter. The fact that he's able to get on the phone with you and talk to you about what? To tell you to stop talking bad about him or what? What type of conversation?
About God and shit. Positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's actually he's one of them dudes you can't kick him down, bro. He's really on he's on 1,000.
So he's not. So Exit Fame's not faking it.
He's not fazed by none of this shit.
But I mean, he's not faking it though.
Nah, he's not. He's not pretending. He's really on 1,000, and he's on some positive shit. Okay. I can say whatever.
All right. Exit
He
Fame.
don't give a
Exit
fuck.
Fame was really like that. I know he did some time. I don't know if he.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about positivity. Like his.
No, I
mind
mean
is
he
on-
made a transformation though, because I don't think he was always
Yeah,
like that.
like he really don't give a fuck about the shit I be saying. He be laughing.
Oh, okay. He's not taking your ass serious.
When I say he's on 1,000, I mean like he's on a positive path right now. Can't nobody get him off his game. He's really, you know what I'm saying. That's why I said I put him in my top 3 just because I had to. Look how much I destroy him. Oh.
You're crazy. I actually met him. I actually met him, and you know he was there, and you say he was taking a lot of pictures and shit like that. Sometimes I look at that as optics. You know, niggas want to show that they, you know, they in the industry or they building relationships and they taking pictures. You know, like I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not into the whole picture thing. That like
I don't feel comfortable.
I did the promoting thing for a while. We used to throw a lot of parties and shit like that, and I was always uncomfortable asking another man for a picture.
Same here.
Always felt uncomfortable. But one thing I learned is you lose a lot by not doing that, because in this industry, if you want to be an industry nigga, it's a dick eating world.
It sure is.
You know, I don't know what just happened. If my shit's still on.
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, I agree with you. It is a dick eating world.
It's a dick eating world. So at the end of the day, there's certain things that you're gonna have to do.
So what does that say about everybody who wants to be in the industry?
Everybody in the industry is a dick eater.
Cool. You said it. As long as you commit to saying that, then we can all be in agreement. And so you on my side then.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the industry. That's just what it is. Because we're gonna call building relationships dick eating.
But I'm just trying to find the lane.
Because if we're gonna call building relationship dick eating, every nigga in the industry is dick eating.
Almost everybody, yeah.
Come on, man. Come on.
I don't think them people who own them labels, them higher ups, have to be doing much dick eating.
They don't.
Yeah, I don't think they have.
They don't. But they doing corporate. They're doing corporate dick eating that we don't know about. They're doing corporate dick eating that we don't know about. All right. I seen you post about Millie's tour and all that. I didn't even know all these cancellations and all this shit happened until you posted it today, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck made you wake up and even check and look at all that?
First off,
and is that shit even factual?
I didn't look up nothing. You know I got minions for that, and it is factual. That shit got canceled.
I'm surprised, man. Like I told you, the guy gave a great show in Boston, man. I was happy.
He bought half the tickets.
Come on, stop it, bro.
He bought half the tickets, man. Half the people there was for free. You better fill that motherfucker up. What's it, 5,000 capacity? What's the capacity of that place? That's a new venue too.
I don't know. I don't know how much the capacity. Maybe I
think it's
5,000.
Google it real quick.
I would say about like 5,000.
Yeah, it should be 5,000.
I would say, I ain't gonna lie, I was there.
Did he sell it out?
It looked pretty packed to me. I ain't gonna lie. There was a lot of white people there. There was a lot.
Did he sell it out?
There was a lot of people there. You know, maybe the people I didn't see was at the concession stand, was getting a beer or something. But
why would they cancel the tour?
I don't know how these things work. I really don't. I thought the next stop was Philly, because I remember my man was telling me, you know, the next stop was in Philly. So I was kind of surprised when you told me when I seen that shit got canceled. I wasn't expecting that.
It wasn't me. I'll tell you like this though. My common sense is telling me the only way they'll cancel an event like that is if they don't see a payout. If they see it as a loss.
Yeah. Well, I don't know for whatever reason why shit got canceled or whatever the case may be, but I could tell you this, man. The show that he put on in Boston was a good show. Albie did his thing, and you know, there was a lot of people in the building. Last Days was in the building. I actually ran into him after we.
Oh, do you want to hear me say something positive?
Yeah, say something positive. Go ahead.
It was actually a breath of fresh air to see a white man bring black brothers together who got beef. It was really nice. I was like, hey, I wish we could have did that on our own, but you know what? Clap it up for him.
That's why I said it was a great show.
Yeah.
There was no violence.
Too bad we can't do that.
There was violence. Nobody got shot, stabbed, or anything like that. That's why, to me, it was
Nobody
a great
got beat
show.
up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody got beat up.
That's violence. That counts.
Yeah, it didn't make the news. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure some shit happened back there. That's always going to happen. It's Boston, man. It's Boston. Shit's always going to go down. But
you said I wasn't there, right? They didn't give me my tickets.
You would have never came anyway. That would not be a good place for you to show up.
Listen, we had a...
Them niggas would have violated you, bro.
That's bullshit.
They would have violated you. You would have came by yourself?
I came by myself the first time I seen them and asked for tickets.
Were we talking about the situation that happened OT and shit like that?
I came by myself and I asked for tickets.
I don't believe you, bro.
That's what happened.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all, man. You would have never showed up, bro.
Axes.
You would have never showed up. They would have whooped your ass.
How?
I would have stopped it, but they would have whooped your ass. You know that.
Oh.
You know that. Them niggas do not like you, my nigga.
They're not gonna touch me though.
Why you think that?
Because I wouldn't touch y'all. I wouldn't touch them. You will respect each other. Respect each other's space.
I don't know. I see somebody. I see, maybe not Millie's or nothing like that, but I see somebody punch you in the face. I'm not saying you won't defend yourself.
Thanks for warning me now. Now I gotta get security. Damn.
I see somebody punch you in your face, bro, and you can't be surprised if one of them niggas punch you in the face, bro. I know you're gonna defend yourself.
If I bear mace them.
Nah, of course not. I already know you're going to defend yourself.
You'll never see again. You'll never see again.
I know you're going to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? When we going to stop this Millie's hate thing, though? When we going to stop that, man?
Never. My new career is going to be bashing hip-hop white boys.
Bashing hip-hop white boys.
Yeah, 1090 Jakes, Adam 22, Millie's, just anything that's a hip-hop white boy. Instead of beefing with my own race, I can just bring that shit to another community. That's why like half the white boys in Boston hate me now. It's amazing.
All right. When you say real shit, I'm gonna always, tell you the real. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna tell you the real. I did agree with you when the Harvard kid, the Harvard Eye kid, and when you was going on that rant, I would give you that. I'll give you that one. That one felt kind of like, oh man, this. It
hurt a little bit, didn't it?
Not to me. It didn't.
I was like, oh, it was like cringe, like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You talking about the visual? I thought you meant like was I hurt as far as something else? But
not your pride or nothing.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it did bother me a little bit when I seen it, and it just didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? That's just like me. Millie's is my guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like me wearing a Millie's mascot. It just wouldn't look right if you see me come out of that.
Man, you could never play that one down. It's just
it just wouldn't look right. There's certain things that like black people supposed to do. There's certain things that white people supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like a black mascot. I wouldn't want to see my man Millie's jump out of like a black mascot. I wouldn't want that. Or a black person, or whatever the case may be. I wouldn't want that. You know what I'm saying? So when I see,
he's doing that every day. His everyday costume he wears, the tattoos, everything about him is like.
You gotta stop.
Costume.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop, bro. Stop it. Now, only black niggas can have tattoos.
No, I'm just saying he's in blackface every day. He's doing a rendition of a black man. He can't authentically do it. He don't got no rhythm.
You just be talking. You just be talking, bro.
I'm not. You know I'm not.
You know one thing I like about Millie's though? There's a lot of things that Millie's do that Boston niggas would never do. And that is show and hold on, no. And that is show love. That is show love. He put different niggas on his albums and his projects, and he give niggas different looks. Boston niggas ain't doing that. We don't do that. We don't help each other. We
That's
hate
the
on each
culture of
other.
our city.
And,
That's the culture of our city.
and that's
still
the
have
issue
more
with our
people-
city. That's
But
the issue with our city, my nigga.
But hold on. We
He
still
does
had
that, though.
more- But let me say this: we still had more legitimate artists come out of our communities than any other race in the Massachusetts. Regardless of us hating on each other, we had the most diamonds in the rough. They had none yet. Millie's ain't blow up. He ain't no Donna Summer. He ain't Bobby Brown. He ain't Ed O.G. And he's not the Guru. He's not Gangstar. We're not playing that. He's not even Benzino. So we're not even going to play that.
Way better than Benzino.
As much as
Get the
we hate
fuck
on
out
each
of
other.
here.
Nah, bro. I'm sick of this
Better
narrative.
artists
I'm
than
sick of this narrative,
Benzino. Huh?
Nah, but I'm sick of this narrative. As much as we hate on each other,
Benzino's
we
no
still
good
got-
anyway. Benzino, don't even say that. Benzino's canceled.
He's no good.
Don't
but
speak.
still, what I mean,
Don't speak Boston and say Benzino's name, my nigga. Don't do that. Don't do
You're
that.
right. You're right. My fault. I apologize.
All right,
But getting
all right.
back to my good point I was making, getting back to my great point that I was making, we have too much diamonds in the rough through our hate for people to keep using that excuse. We need to keep it in our Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan, Hyde Park, and a little bit of JP circles. That's how we need to keep it. All right? This is exclusive. This is the city of Mandela. We don't got no time for all this outsider shit. It's a waste of time.
Yo, let me tell you something, right? I used to feel like you until I, had my little vacation and went to the feds. And in the feds, Boston has a great reputation. Mass has a great reputation. We don't stand for bullshit. And it's a bunch of good men that came way before me when the laws was different, and a nigga having an ounce of weed was doing 5 to 10 years, and a gram of crack, and you know how these drug laws was back then. So at the end of the day, I was gassing it with the weed shit, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. But there's a lot of good men, along the way that put a reputation down for mass niggas in the feds. Even the white boys. Don't get it twisted. The Boston white boys, the mass white boys, when they come in the feds, is well respected. They will get busy. They ain't taking no shorts. So it's not until I did my little vacation I realized, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't care if you from Brockton. I don't care if you from Fall River. I don't care if you from Holyoke. I don't give a fuck. Springfield, wherever your case may be. You sit at this mass table, you're a good man. I will not watch you get disrespected. I will, whatever it takes. If I got a knife up, fight up, do whatever it takes, bro. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna lead this shit here together.
I'm not gonna contest that because that's the politics of the feds.
Listen. I'm just giving you a description of how it is and how it should be, right? Because in the city it's not like that, but in the feds there's only one table, bro. Boston is a small city. Economically, we're a huge city, but Boston is a small city when in comparison to New York and all these other places and shit like that. Mm-hmm. We all as mass, we come together. You got niggas really fighting for tables. When I was in Connecticut, my nigga, I'm fighting for wait slots for the next niggas to come through. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was mad at Last Days. Last Days, I would never allow another nigga to take my stripes away. You know why? Because on some dumb nigga shit, on some jail shit, I was ready to bleed, go to the box, fuck up my little bit of time to do more time for this mass shit. There's only 3 stripes. I can't let a nigga take my bean nigga stripes. We only got 3. So at the end of the day, this mass shit, it's bigger than we know, my nigga. I'm telling you this. We had Brockton niggas with us and thorough niggas, good men. Let me tell you something about mass. We on paperwork. We're not like these New York guys and Philly. Philadelphia. You know what they call Philadelphia? They call it Teledelphia in the feds. Mass niggas is on that paperwork. We don't play that. Like, you molested, you did this, you're a rapist, you can't sit with us. So we have a good name. So when I see us connected in the feds, and then, amongst each other, outside in the real world, we're so disconnected. I'm
gonna keep it real with you though. We do have less homicide, which would mean less ratting.
Okay.
So that's why places like Philly and Chicago are going to have an influx in telling. A lot more homicide. Those type of people going to start telling.
And listen. Not only that. I just think, Boston is a very, very thorough city, bro, and a lot of pride and a lot of things that Last Day said. And we can jump into this because I want to have a whole segment on dick riding and dick eating no freaky.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent you what he said. Actually, I could play it too.
Yeah, I watched it.
Me and him spoke. There ain't no issue, whatever the case may be, or whatever. I don't know if he's gonna feel a way about me speaking about this, and if he does, I don't know what to say. But Boston's a very, very thorough city, and a lot of shit that they said about niggas dick eating and shit like that, it's true. It's true. And I can't disagree with the Boston mentality that he's talking about, right? That Boston mentality that he's talking about to me is like 95. I'm an 87 baby. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, living on Lucerne Street, I lived on Blue Hill. Grew up on Lucerne Street, shout out to my Lucerne niggas, shout out to Ruger, 50, Monster, Bags, you'll be home soon and all that, Ryder.
Oh, you ain't far from me.
So that's where I grew up, right? In the 90s, in my 90s all the way to the 2000s. Crib being broken into, it was even colder outside. Even the temperature was different. Like in December, January, you can't even walk around in Boston. Like, it's a whole new world now. Things are different now. That temperature is not the same. So the Boston that Days is talking about, it used to exist. It doesn't exist anymore. The world is evolving, bro. It's not 85. It's not 95. It's not even 2005. It's 25, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that mindset that he had, like, Boston's the only city where I hear they call niggas who put in work bitch ass. Like, I'll hear niggas call a nigga a bitch ass nigga, and I'm like, oh shit, this nigga's up on the scoreboard. This nigga got like 3 touchdowns. They calling this nigga a bitch ass nigga. What the fuck they think about me? They calling this nigga a bitch ass nigga. Yo, Boston is so thorough. For you to be really respected, you gotta be super like that. Cause niggas from Boston ain't scared of nobody. We ain't scared of nobody.
So hold on real quick.
Do you understand what I'm saying though? Are you following?
I'm following what you're saying, but what I'm trying to get to the gist of it. Do you think I have a grievance with the city?
No, I'm not. No. I don't think that. I was just speaking. I was more speaking on the culture of Boston. And
the culture of Boston is hating too, though. Like,
yeah, no.
Always say it. Y'all always say it, and then when somebody embraces it, everybody's hurt.
Exactly. But hold on,
I'm embracing it.
Hold on though. You're part of the hatred too. We're gonna.
Yeah, I said I embrace it.
Okay, you're part of that. Oh, you're part of that. But you know what?
Yeah.
But the city of Boston that we grew up. And the way we grew up, right? Because I feel like Boston niggas, we have a chip on our shoulder, right? That's just how I feel. I feel like we're an underdog town.
New
York
niggas is haters too.
That's a whole nother. That's just like foreign to us. We gonna.
I think it's the East Coast thing, really and truly. All the cities in the East Coast are some hating ass niggas.
Boston's a little bit different though.
I think all of us, not Jersey, Connecticut.
I can't even speak on that. I'm not qualified to speak on those other cities. I'm really not. So I really can't get into that. You probably got more experience.
Because I lived out here for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
So I come back home periodically, and even my parents live in the city. They live in New York. So yeah. I see it. Like, what I'm telling you is, the niggas in the East Coast are some real life haters. And it's like, I've been in between Boston and New York since a child. I'm telling you, this is not like something I'm just making up. This is something I've noticed throughout.
No, tell your experience. Share. I'm just saying I can't speak on it, but you can share your experience.
Put it like this, right? If you're performing at like a comedy event, right? There's a part of the country that's gonna boo you.
Yeah,
Where's that part of the country?
Nigga, you talking about part of the country will boo you, nigga. Your own town's gonna boo you.
That's just
nigga.
coming from the Northeast. And other places, people are respectful, bro. I'm telling you, they don't boo you in a goddamn L.A. comedy club. They don't do that type of shit. In San Francisco, neither. You get booed anywhere in the East Coast if you suck. That's hater shit to modern day standards.
See, all right. You being not talented and niggas is booing you, that's different.
That's hating.
Nigga, I done seen niggas who's talented and get booed. You know, I'm just. Let me just share my little description real quick with you, right? 2 minutes, real quick, and I'm talking. I'm gonna talk about the whole day situation too with you, just about the whole dick eating and all this shit, because there's certain shit that I agree with, but Boston culture is not a dick eating culture. So when you say Boston niggas don't do this and Boston niggas don't do that, I agree with it, right? I agree with it. That's not how Boston niggas was. But you gotta understand, the most thorough Boston nigga, right, can't even move around in his own city, right?
That is true.
The most thorough Boston nigga can't go into certain rooms. So it's hard for a real Boston nigga can never be an industry nigga.
No.
Can never ever be an industry nigga, because he's gonna rob you, snuff you, and realize, man, this shit's fake. These niggas are some hoe ass niggas, bro.
Now you see why I be bullying rappers?
Say that again.
Now you see why I be bullying rappers?
I understand that, and I understand that culture.
They can't afford to do nothing.
No, I understand that culture. But I feel like we're past that now, right? So when Last Days is talking about all this, that is what kept us behind for a long time. That mentality, that Boston mentality left us behind and it's hurt us in the rap industry. I feel like that. And it hurt us amongst each other, my nigga. Because I'm never gonna look at you, I don't care where you from. Nigga, we even got beef between Dorchester, Roxbury, whatever the case may be, nigga. We already got beef within Dorchester with different hoods, nigga. It don't matter. I'm always gonna look at you as, nigga, you ain't the one, my nigga. You ain't like that. That's just our culture, my nigga. You really gotta show me you're super like that. Yo, Boston's the only city I know where, nigga, you can be up on a scoreboard and nigga be like, yo, this nigga's a dog ass nigga. Nigga will be like, yo, you know what, man, that nigga, you know, the first one he caught, that nigga, you know, that nigga was mad scary, man. That nigga ain't really do it like that. And, you know, the second one, niggas had to really give it to him and, you know, shit like that. That was self-defense, bro. Niggas was really scared. And the third one, he was just high. Niggas is taking away shit points from you. Like, that's where we come from. That's our culture, my nigga.
Well, if that's our culture, why should we let somebody wear costume and pretend it? Without critique, at least.
Listen, but that state of mind, right, is not gonna get us anywhere. So my issue with Last Days was, I understand everything you're saying, but you're the wrong nigga to be saying it, because you're a hypocrite.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? Because a real Boston nigga that you describing wouldn't do what you do. You understand me? Like, Last Days was on a web series called Respect Life. I love that show. I don't even know why I got off air. I heard it's coming back.
Oh, and that was doing shit with Math?
Huh?
Was Math in that?
And Respect Life?
Yeah.
Last Days was the only nigga from our city who was in that.
Well, it was a show, right?
It was a show, and it's a show based out of New York, a web series on some New York shit. Last Days was on there, on a New York web series. I'm here. I can educate you too. He was on that Respect Life. Cool. When I seen it, I'm like, yo, nigga, this is fire. Oh shit, dogs on the show. Like, this is a fire show. All right, cool. Whatever. Benny the Butcher. That's a New York guy. When I seen him at the concert, he's with Benny the Butcher. So I want to understand what dick eating is, because you out here be calling niggas dick eaters. So part of my segment, if I'm a dick eater, if I'm guilty of being a dick eater, man, yo, listen, man, this is my first stream, yo. If I'm guilty, I'm guilty. If I'm guilty, I'm guilty. I'm trying to build a brand, so I be having other niggas from other towns.
I gotta be honest with you though.
Go ahead, talk your shit.
In your position, I don't see it that way, because you actually have a platform, and in order for you to pay the bills, quote unquote, you gotta have good interviews, correct?
And actually, I'm rebuilding a platform. Rebuilding a platform.
So this is the business side of me talking, and I think Last Day should understand as a quote unquote businessman. If I am a content creator or host of a show who asks questions, right, I have to get people to come in. Okay, the higher profile the person, the better for my platform. That's common fucking sense. To call a nigga who's creating content a dick eater is crazy.
Yo, listen.
And I'm starting to feel over. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I'm starting to sense a lot of hate from these rappers, because the content creators run the culture now. That's what I'm starting to like. That's what I'm starting to get out of it.
Listen, man. If we're gonna call a spade, we're gonna call a spade, right? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of dick eating going on. Let's not deny that. Let's not deny that, right? Like I said. So now I'm hearing everything you just said, and I'm on the same page with you. Now, last I see him running around with Benny Butcher. I'm like, yo, that's a good look. That's, you know, I love listening to Benny Butcher's music. You understand me?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm like, that's a good look. So I'm sitting there like, okay, when he does it, I'm supposed to. But when other niggas is doing it, it's dick eating, because that's New York shit. That's a New York nigga you running with, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got more features with out of town niggas than niggas in the town. And you talking about niggas sucking dick and all this wild shit and this, that, and the third. But when you do it, it's acceptable. The type of Boston nigga that you're talking about ain't doing what you're doing. And I understand the whole Primo shit, like Primo coming down here and you know, shout out to my stadium niggas, shout out to my brothers and shit like that, shout out to my nigga Boogs. I ain't trying to speak for niggas or nothing like that, whatever the case may be. Niggas saying I ain't real Boston shit, niggas shoot dice in the streets and all this. And let me say this, I just seen Last Days, we dapped each other up. It's not an issue. I'm just addressing shit and speaking on shit, just like he was able to address how he felt on the internet and do all this shit. I'm trying to adapt into my content creator bag right now. You understand me? Like, I never wanted to be an internet nigga. I'm an internet nigga, man. I just have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? As much as I try to be real and not talk about certain shit and this and that, yeah, I'm becoming an internet nigga, bro. I'm sorry, bro. We internet niggas, bro.
Way to go. I'm an internet nigga. I don't mind it. You know, it's better than being in jail.
Yeah, it's definitely better than being in jail. So I'm accepting it. So I'm going back and I'm sitting there. I'm like, the dick suckers and all this, and I'm looking at what he's doing. I'm like, that's not dick eating. Hold on, because I'm looking at the shit right with the nigga Primo. The nigga Primo. And I invited Primo on my platform and this and that and the third. And he talks about, oh, this is what's wrong with black people. The problem with black people is this, bro. If you're such a real nigga, Last, right? You're supposed to be a real nigga, right? You got my man. We got mutual friends and all that. We done spoke on the phone. Every time we see each other is love, right? Benny Butcher's your man. You say I'm a certified dick eater and I be paying niggas. You should have got your man a bag. Should have been hit my line and like, yo, shit, you be having all these goofy niggas on your show, nigga. Benny, nigga, let's do that interview.
That's real nigga shit. I can't even contest that.
And niggas want you to show love, and they never post your shit. They never, like, there's a lot of shit that you say I don't agree with, but you can never say I don't post your shit sometimes. Can't say that. You just talked about Tory Lanez. I reposted that.
Yeah, you do. Occasionally.
You know, occasionally. Because a lot of time you be on bullshit, and I don't be with that sometimes. You understand me? But when you say something, I can support and I can get behind, I'm always gonna show love. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at it. All right, my nigga, you're from the town, you're from the city, or whatever the case may be. You know, you're linking up with Benny or whatever. That's your man now. Whatever the case may be. I don't know y'all situation. I don't know if you ever broke bread. I don't know how that relationship started, but you never try to put a Boston platform, BNF, to interview your man. Right? I interviewed Last Days before. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas acting like niggas must have forgot. Niggas really must have forgot, like, I wasn't out here interviewing mad Boston niggas and shit like that, bro. Like, niggas is really acting like I wasn't interviewing mad Boston niggas, bro. Like, I definitely was.
I gotta be real with you, bro. Dick eating don't apply to people who ain't in the streets no more.
Hey, elaborate so I can understand.
So, like, the internet game is a square game. It's not for street niggas. Street niggas come into this internet game, you going right to the feds.
Yeah, but there's a lot of street niggas who participate in this shit.
They do it, but they have to evolve. You have to evolve yourself and become a square in order for this shit to work. There's no more street shit. I don't do street shit. All that shit gotta end. You're gonna be in jail. So
that's true. I definitely agree with you, bro. I definitely agree with you. And
I'm not promoting killing and selling drugs and pimping hoes. I'm not pushing that at all in my life. I'm not pushing that on my platform either. You know that. I'm not pushing it. As vulgar as I am, as disrespectful as I am, I'm not pushing those things. So if even though I'll never do this, like, try to get on a live with a Jim Jones or a Cameron or whomever, Jadakiss, right? If I try to get on a live with them and ask, or to ask a few people, or try to have somebody pay so I can do it, that's to further my career in this internet game. I'm not rapping about killing or selling drugs. I'm not saying I'm the fly nigga who get money. I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah.
So how would any of this apply to me? I'm on the come up.
I get it. I get it. And I
see you on the come up, and I don't see it wrong for you.
I guess his issue with me was, you know, we had a little conversation, and last issue with me was I'm a Boston nigga, you know, whether he knows that or not. Like, I ain't from wherever, Mars, Jupiter, this place, not nigga. I'm from Boston. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we only got 3 stripes. You ain't taking none of my Boston, you know, nigga stripe from me at all, nigga. Like, fuck out of here, nigga. And you try to take my Z stripe away from me, like I ain't Haitian. I gotta go to, like, a bunch of goofy shit that, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
we can build on that one, though.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to build on that.
All right, we're gonna build on that. Hold on. Just hold that thought real quick, right? So, you know, like I said, I had, like, I'm gonna tell you. I'm before I went and took this little vacation, whatever, like that, a little 2-day vacation. Why Jizzle was on my platform, bro. I went to the projects. I went to Heat Street projects, and I had Why Jizzle in the studio. 8-Zip had him as a guest on the BNF podcast, and I went to H Block. I think I'm the first Boston podcast to go into the trenches and interview niggas. Who else I interviewed? I interviewed E. Burton. I interviewed King Bricks. I interviewed Last Days. Dita Flies is not from Boston, but that's just a mass artist who I had on the show. You know, your favorite person, Millie's. I done had him on the podcast before. I said 8-Zip. I had him on the podcast. So I done show love to a lot of Boston niggas, man. So I don't want to hear about niggas is not showing love to Boston niggas where I done did that. I'm trying to rebrand. I'm trying to build my shit up. I'm trying to change my algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like, algorithm is a thing now. I'm trying to understand how this shit works. So when a nigga telling me I'm dick eating and how this nigga spending his money on niggas and this and that and the third.
Ain't you supposed to do that?
I thought I was supposed to.
I thought that's how you get interviewed.
And you know what's crazy too? You know what's crazy? This shit's all over. I swear to God, this whole beef is all over. I won't even say beef because we done talked and he's a real nigga for apologizing. So it takes a lot for a black man to apologize, and especially a nigga from Boston to apologize.
Yeah, let's give him his credit. Let's give Last Days his credit for that, because it's hard to do that.
To take a Boston nigga to apologize?
You apologize? That's mature of him.
That is. So
shout out to Last Days.
Shout out to Last Days. He ain't clap for him. I'm gonna give him his flowers for that, because that's he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give him. He's taking stripes away from me. I'm gonna give him one stripe. He got 2 more to earn back. I'm gonna give him one stripe.
E. Burton would have never did that.
Nah, E. Burton would have never did that. You know that.
Hell no. I apologize.
They hate each other. You would have definitely. E. Burton would have said, "Nigga, eat a dick, nigga, live in piss." I know that for a fact. But this shit all over, really. This is my opinion. I could be wrong. This shit's all over New York, nigga. Primo, bro. I swear to God, that's what it feels like, because the nigga end up talking about gambling shit, like, oh, y'all niggas trying to keep niggas safe and keep niggas safe in a hotel. That's not Boston nigga shit. Niggas gamble in the streets and all this. And I'm like, yo, hold up, man. Hold up.
He's promoting robbing a black man?
Not promote. I don't think he's promoting robbing the black man. He's definitely not trying to say that.
I don't condone in that.
Nah. He's not trying to promote that. He's just trying to say, nigga, keep it gully. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't like if you dicing in the W, that means you hiding. And I don't look at it like that, because at the end of the day, it's like,
why would you want to get robbed?
Not only that, it's like, that nigga's not coming with the bag like that. He's an out of town nigga. There's only so much we can take. We're at home. You know, the bag is here. That nigga's coming with enough just to lose. Like, that. How we keeping a nigga like that safe? He ain't coming with the stuff. He ain't coming with that dog shit that he talk about. He's not dumb enough. That nigga ain't coming out here with 100 bands. That nigga's coming with something like, nigga, 10 to maybe 20 or less. If he loses that, he can go to sleep. Nigga ain't really coming out here with that stuff to lose. Nigga, we the one who's really out here. Nigga, we could lose 10 and go grab another 10 or whatever the case may be. However these niggas play, I don't participate in these dice games because I don't shoot through dice.
Remember, these rules, it's not even rules. It's hard to apply this shit to you because you're literally a host of a platform. You're asking questions.
I understand that. I'm understanding that. I'm trying to find out if I'm a dick eater, a dick sucker, man. That's what I'm trying to find out. That's what I'm trying to find out. Is hosting other niggas from OT that come to Boston and showing that our city's lit, right? That we ain't no lame ass niggas. That niggas get money and niggas get fired. And if you do get out of pocket, niggas do get busy. I'm taking them to black owned businesses, right? I'm putting them on with different brands. Shout out to my nigga Sheep, right?
Yep.
We're connecting with building or whatever the case may be. That's the era we living in. Things are different. 20 years ago, 30, 50 years ago, Boston niggas would never move like this. It's a different time now. So I'm trying to show niggas the Boston culture where that, listen, when I was in jail and I met niggas from out of town and this and that and the third, the way they think about Boston is not Boston. They got a whole different perception of what Boston is, bro.
Yeah.
They surprised when they see how niggas really move and how niggas really get down. They be saying, you from Boston? I thought you was a New York nigga or something like that. Nah, nigga, I'm from Boston, nigga. Damn, I felt like I just spoke like last on that one. Dog.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did on that one.
Yeah, that was. See, that's.
I'm proud to be from the Commonwealth, but I'm proud of the things that we don't commonly talk about. You know, I'm proud of our community and the strides we've made because we haven't been here long, Boston black population pretty much got here in the 1950s and 60s, and it's a mixture of black people from the South and the Caribbean. And you know, shout out to the areas that molded us, like Mattapan, Roxbury, Dorchester, you know, Hyde Park, a little bit of JP.
Don't say Hyde Park because, you know, and we're I want to ask your opinion too, because shout out to my stadium niggas, man. You know, shout out to my Roxbury niggas, shout out to my Dorchester niggas, man. Shout out to my Mattapan niggas, Hyde Park niggas, all that. But
that's a black suburb, nigga. That's Hyde Park, nigga.
But why niggas are so quick to say certain shit about niggas ain't really from the hood and da 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 and listen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a ball lifers nigga. I was dribbling the basketball on the sidewalk. I was never an active member on the streets and stuff like that, and I'm happy to my guys from Lucerne who allowed me to grow and be the man I am today and never really forced my hand. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them good men. But at the end of the day, it's like, why are we trying to take credit away from, not even credit, but why are we trying to denounce other places like that's outside of Mattapan, Roxbury, and Dorchester? Like, niggas can't get busy. Who does
that? Hold on. Who does that?
A lot of people do that.
It just doesn't make any sense because the majority of the homeowners in Hyde Park are black, and they moved from Dorchester and Mattapan and Roxbury. So no. That's the place where we went on the weekends to whoever our relative was who owned the crib over there. Like, no, Hyde Park is always in there.
It all depends on what part of Hyde Park, too, because, you know, River Street's pretty long. Like, River Street goes into Hyde Park.
I don't know. That Hyde Park holds a place in my heart. You know what I'm saying? It played a role in my growing up. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not from Roxbury. I'm not from Hyde Park. I'm not from Mattapan, but they played a role in my life. Boston's butt so big, so.
Wait, what part of Boston you from?
I grew up like in the Carmen Square like area.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, like Norfolk, Dorchester High. Like that.
You okay?
Not far from you.
Yeah. You a Dorchester nigga.
I know plenty of people in your area.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm speaking of. I feel like as a community with Boston, we need to be more abrasive, man. Like, there's too much division. Niggas is older now, bro. Niggas is too old to be talking about the same dumb shit.
I will agree with it.
Niggas is too old, bro.
If you're talking about division in regards to, especially men our age, like if you're talking about division in regards to the hood in the inner city, Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan, yeah, I got a huge problem with it. Niggas need to grow the fuck up. Niggas is, and I'm gonna say this begrudgingly, but fuck it, it needs to be said. Niggas need to get over our traumas from when we were 13 and 14 years old, our dead friends from back then, and grow the fuck up, nigga, and move the fuck on with our lives and raise your families.
Yeah, man, niggas is too old to be talking about the same dumb shit, street shit, and all this and all that. Like, that shit's corny, man. That shit's setting niggas back. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Talking about beef from middle school. Niggas is talking about beef from high school. Deaths and homicides that happened 20 years ago. Niggas is still on that, and it's like it's time to grow up because it's a bigger picture, you know.
You said you were gonna say something about the Z shit, bro.
Yeah, you know, I got a lot of friends in South Florida, you know, Broward, Fort Lauderdale area, you know, and the whole Z shit, it is kind of a South Florida thing, and I met Zoes that ain't even Haitian. I met Black American Zoes. I met Jamaican Zoes. It is something that Haitians started, but it's a South Florida thing. The Haitians started it in South Florida. So when he says, and when he's attacking Haitians for saying it, I get what he's doing, but he doesn't know that the term Zoe is exclusive to all Haitians. So it's not just South Florida Haitians or Haitians.
Why you be talking shit about my nigga G Nipsey eating legume and saying he's a good kid? You don't know that, man. That just made me think about my nigga G Nipsey, man. Why you talking shit about my nigga G Nipsey? Free G Nipsey, you heard?
They put him back in?
Oh, he's out? You might know more than me.
I thought he bailed out. I thought he got out.
Oh, okay. I thought
he bailed out. My fault.
I swear I heard Millie's at the show say free. Maybe I shouldn't have said my fault.
My bad. I didn't even want to do that to a little nigga. I be catching wreck on him. He's the one who want to beat me up.
I don't know. I
love him. He's like the Haitian little brother I never had.
How did you and G Nipsey get into it though?
I never got into it. I just started making fun of him because he's with Millie.
Yeah, you gotta stop. You gotta be stopped, bro. This.
What you mean, bro? Listen, all these rappers, right? They rap and talk, and they talk the same level of shit on beats as I'm talking on my phone. I'm allowed to use my gifts and talents. Some people can't dribble a basketball. Some people can't rap. Some people just talk shit and catch rack and like research and shit like me. That's what I do. I'm not allowed to hate. Let me hate in peace. Y'all always be talking about mind and business and shit. Could a nigga just hate in peace and y'all just mind y'all business?
You know niggas got emotions, man, and niggas gonna feel away. There's certain shit that you say, you know, a nigga might feel like you out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Like, just fall back on all the negative. I hear a lot of negative about me. Whenever I get on that mode,
you stir up the negativity though.
Well,
you correct
what I'm
that.
saying is, well, let me build on that. What I'm saying is, just use that against me. So if I'm talking shit, just revert back to, oh, he's just hating, and ignore me. It costs you nothing to pay me no mind.
But listen, my only issue with you is this, right? Whatever, you're opinionated, you say whatever you say, right? But every day on the fucking wake up.
The talent.
It's a full-time job to shit on niggas every day.
Bro.
To talk about the same niggas.
Do you have faith? I talk about different shit too. But
you do, but I ain't gonna lie. I only catch the same shits that I always hear. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the shit that go viral. When I talk about real shit, it don't go viral. It might get 1,000 views. I say Millie's is a bitch, and then it gets 20,000 views. They're like, what the fuck? And you know that's true.
Man, like I said, free G Nipsey, man. You know.
I think G Nipsey's a good kid, actually.
How do you know? You don't know the nigga. You didn't grow up with him.
There's no way he grew up worse than me.
I don't know how you grew up. I can't speak on that. I'm not here to say who had more of a worse life.
Have you ate his mother's legend? Because I heard his bomb. I heard his fire. And I really did hear that.
Yeah,
I actually want to get cool with him so I can get a plate. That's my favorite Haitian dish. No bullshit. Yeah, I love legend.
Yeah, you a crazy dude. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I actually do be entertained by the stuff you say. Do you feel like I
appreciate that.
You're hurting yourself in any way, and there's a ceiling to how you go about your shit? If you keep like you're destroying relationships, you're really not making relationships.
I want to build on that. I do want to cap myself. I don't have a sky's the limit mentality. I kind of want to keep this content for the black community and dedicate my life as I get older into becoming more mature and getting into some more serious type shit later on. Right now I'm just catching wreck and going through my phase, but I see myself on a more serious day.
I want to see you in these rooms, man. Like, I definitely want to see you in these rooms where you able to, talk to different artists and give your opinion, because you articulate yourself very well, and you're not a dumb nigga at all, bro. You know what the fuck you doing. So, I don't know. I just feel like there's a ceiling to what you're doing, and it could be perceived as you're just a hater.
Well, let me tell you something that I learned from a white guy. His name's DJ Vlad. He has a YouTube series that we shouldn't watch anymore. But anyways, I learned from Vlad that it's all about the time being right. And you could have the most fucked up relationship with somebody, have full-blown beef. But then when the time is right and everything works and there's money to be made on both sides, you can come together. So
there's a lot of money in this content world, man. A lot of niggas don't know that, and that's why I'm trying to jump into the streaming world and just open up the content and shit like that. I'm gonna try to do this as much as possible. I'm gonna try to touch on different.
Did I answer your question though? Did I answer it?
About what? G Nipsey?
Am I fucking up like relationships? Because
no, you definitely are fucking up relationships, I think.
But let me get to a point though. I want to build myself up on my own, so that way the time can be right. And regardless of whatever shit I spoke to in the past, when the time's right and you build yourself up and it makes sense, people will sit down with you. You see, that's how the game always is. They don't fuck with you when you down, but as soon as you up, they on it. So it's about building yourself up, and if it happens organically, it happens. But I don't think I'm fucking nothing up now. I think that I ain't nobody for a lot of these people.
Yeah.
I look at it like these niggas is not bothered with me. And when you tell me like, oh, niggas is bothered enough to beat me up, that's just boosting my ego. It's only helping me. Like,
Nah,
you
these
really
niggas.
mad?
Nah, these niggas.
Because I don't think about you.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If that nigga see you, he definitely got to get with you. That's my man. C's got to get. Yo, C's, you got to get with this nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie. Don't get no passes. I wouldn't even fuck with C's if he let you get through.
He gotta let me get through.
Nah, hell no.
He gotta.
Hell no.
He gotta, because they don't know nothing. Like, nothing. They don't know who I beat, nothing. So it's just like, you just know me. And that's not, I on dogs, I don't want to do nothing to nobody over there. I wish nothing but greatness on them. And I just don't fuck with the whole pushing the white boy thing. I think that's disrespectful to our ancestors.
This nigga's crazy.
Yeah, I'm supremely pro-black, so it's like nothing you're going to do to change my mind on that. Millie's is doing is disrespect to our ancestors and culture. And I just seen the movie Sinners, and yeah, Millie's is that Irish vampire.
Oh my
That's
God.
what he is. That's what he is.
This nigga. Can
He
we
want to steal the soul of our culture.
like I said before, Millie's the only nigga we gonna give this to out of
He's
Boston.
He's not a nigga.
It's just the way niggas speak. But Millie's the only nigga that I could say. Nigga's a universal term that we can use to describe anything, any object, or whatever case may be.
See, that's why Millie's uses the N-word now. Y'all gave him the green light.
Come on, Millie's uses the N-word. Listen.
He's not in his music, but behind the scenes, he does.
Oh, my God. But listen.
I'll send you the audio. I'm going to send you it.
All right, but yo, you done fucked up my whole train of thought. You trying to you a dangerous nigga. But like I said, Millie's is the only nigga I'm gonna tell you right now when it comes to a nigga from Mass that's really trying to put niggas together and giving niggas a chance and give niggas a shot and give niggas different looks, and I respect that. A bean nigga's not doing that. Boston niggas ain't doing that. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck.
You're doing that.
I'm not an artist. I'm not a rapper.
Nah, but still, no.
I'm not a rapper. I'm talking about as an artist and a rapper. He's the only nigga doing that. Niggas ain't doing that. Listen, Smoke Boja, I will be having him on whenever. But even a guy like even a guy like Smoke, right? These dudes been rapping. They've been on for a while. I don't see these niggas putting anybody else on, and that's my issue with niggas sometimes. Even Northside Slee and all that. Like, niggas from your own hood.
I understand you got an issue with it, but it's the culture of the city. It's like, I think we should like pull up our bootstraps to that, because the industry's already cutthroat anyways. So it's like, let's get through that like all the other greats who made it out of the city. We got enough greats to, motivate us, but we don't know the history of our city, and we're losing it in the sauce. Like, people want to identify what's the problem with the city. All you got to do is look at the last big artist that made it out, and look what happened when their career ended. And we start from there. We rebuild from there. Something happened. Something took place. And if we go to that source and improve upon that, we'll get more black artists leaving the city.
Yo,
you just gotta work hard and work on your own sound and stop sounding like Chicago and New York and all this other shit. Put yourself in the closet. Don't listen to nobody else's shit and sound like you.
Yo, shout out to Smoke Boja, by the way. You know what? I don't care what the fuck a nigga say, if they think he's talented or not, if niggas have their own opinion. Huh? Say that again.
He sucks.
I don't care what you're talking right now. I don't care if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But at the end of the day, he be rapping. He be rapping. He be rapping.
He better.
He be rapping, and I respect that. I respect the nigga who's always on some bean nigga shit and always gonna rap. And we need that. If a nigga's in the industry and he's gonna rap Boston, he's gonna make Boston be known and all that. I respect it. However niggas feel about him. But
I'll give Smoke Boja this. I'd rather fuck with his shit over Millie any day of the week. Even though my ears will bleed and I'll probably hate myself for listening to that shit, I'd suffer for him. I would suffer for Smoke Boja.
Cause your shit's coming out of hate. Your shit's coming out of hate.
And hate's a positive thing, bro. They said
It's just coming out of hate. Ain't no way you gonna say Smoke is a better lyricist than Millie's.
Wait,
a better artist.
Excuse my French. My fault, Smoke. Smoke Bones is way better than Millie's. I would never say a black man's not greater than a white man in rap. You crazy? Soulja Boy's better than Millie's. Little Bow Wow's better.
And they all better than Eminem too, right?
Well, yeah, they got better music. Let's just keep it a fact.
Yo, you're crazy. You know what I want to say though? You know what I want to say? If like, all right, I'm gonna ask you this question right here. Who do you feel, before we'll do this for a little bit, 5 to 10 more minutes, people probably getting bored, but who do you feel is the proper representation from our town? Who you feel like should have that to be like the voice of the city or the representation of the town?
Ooh, that's a hard question. It's hard to say, but I do like that young girl. She hate my gut. Little pretty girl. I think she's from Mattapan or Hyde Park. May Speaks. That's her name.
I don't know who she. I don't know who she is.
The little Lauren Hill girl. I don't think I said her name right. Fuck.
That's how you feel.
What's his name? Mass Pike's her manager. Mass Pike.
Okay.
I mean Mass Ave. Mass Ave's her manager. What's that name? What's the name of that girl?
I do not know. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Look it up real quick. Come on, man. You supposed to be fast on the draw.
Yeah, I know. You know, I'm.
Is it May Speaks? Why don't you know her?
Nigga, that's bad. I told you, I'm a fake Boston nigga, I guess. I don't know.
Now, yeah, this is kind of corny. You should know her.
Yeah. If you spent less time hating on motherfuckers and researching on motherfuckers who's actually you like and can fuck with, nigga, you would know the name.
How you going to tell me to stop doing my job? I created a lane for myself.
What do you think her name is?
I thought it was May Speaks.
May Speaks?
I could have. I think I'm wrong. I think I'm chopping that shit up and I'm all off. But I know Mass Ave. If you go on his Instagram, he'll have her posted somewhere.
All right. Anyways, what's your point about her? Anyways,
I think she's proper representation for the city.
All right. Like for me, my proper representation, honestly, is just a person that I know. When I think about the Boston that Lass was referring to, and a nigga that I watched and was like, yo, damn, nigga, this nigga's cold. Like, I done seen this nigga move around in different states and make niggas from the town look good, got that shit on, as a real representative. And is a nigga named Sleaze. You know, I don't know who know him and who don't know him, whatever the case may be or whatever. But for me, that's just my vote. Just a dude I see always got that B fitted on and whatever color hats, and he's standing on 2 tables, and he got that ice bucket on him on his wrist, you know what I'm saying, on his chest. He looks good. He's representing Boston lovely, respectfully. And niggas, oh, you from Boston? You a Boston nigga? Yeah, like, to me, when I love when we go out of town and we shine and we look good. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind a J. Cole or a Kendrick coming out of our city, or an Intellect. I'm about sick and tired of this black man fly rich archetype. I'm a little bit over it, and I'm ready to see us like elevate to a higher level to where vanity doesn't matter.
But I feel like black intellect in our city always been elevated to me.
Well, I don't feel like we should be putting on like a rouge for all these other cities. Like even the way we rep our city, we do it in a manner like a New Yorker, and it kind of drives me crazy. Like,
what do you mean by that? Elaborate.
Like, the first city to start putting on every fucking team paraphernalia to represent their city was that weak ass New York. They were the first ones doing that shit, and you know, certain things in their culture we adapted because we're only 4 hours away. And that's why I told you we got to just lock ourselves in a closet and kind of separate ourselves from what we see on the internet and shit to kind of develop our own sound. That's what I'm expecting from the artists and shit like that.
Oh, I think my man just sent it to me right now. Nay Speaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my man.
I got it right.
You said May Speaks.
I said nay. That's what I said.
Oh, you said nay? You said nay or May? I thought I heard May.
I said nay.
Okay, Nay Speaks.
I didn't know if I remembered her name. But she's a very talented young lady.
Yeah,
and I think
my man just told me about her. Like, he's like, nigga, you should know who the fuck she is or whatever like that. And my apologies for my ignorance, man, and not knowing who you are.
Please, on your free time, like, please. She don't fuck with me neither, so I shouldn't even be doing it.
Why she don't fuck with you?
I talk mad shit, but I never talk shit about her ever in my life. But I want you to look into her shit. That's proper representation.
I will.
You know what I'm saying?
I will.
And I do want to say this. You do know in 1986 that black Bostonians tried to petition to separate ourselves from Boston, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, the city plan was called Mandela. Brookline, at the time, I think about 2 decades prior, separated Brookline from the rest of the city. It used to be a part of Boston. They separated. Mm-hmm. And the black community of Boston tried to do the same thing. We used to be a prouder community. And I hope one day we can get back to that. You know,
I hope one day we can get back to that. And like I told you before, man, I just feel like us as a city, man, we need to come together. And, you know, like I said, man, the crab in the bucket mentality, and it's in all cities, like you said, too. Honestly, it's just a black culture, black ideology thing with this crab.
I don't think it's black culture.
I do. I think it is. I really think it is, because anytime we see somebody that looks like us and is trying to elevate or whatever the case may be, we're trying to find a reason to bring a nigga down. We're trying to always find a reason why he's not who he say he is, and that nigga really not like this, or this nigga's from this and this nigga did this. Yo, it doesn't matter. Like, yo, even on some dumb nigga shit, niggas will say you was a bitch in 3rd grade, bro.
The reason why I disagree with that, bro, is because I would never say that an illness is a culture. An illness can't be a culture, bro. It's an illness
the reason why I say illness, when I mean illness, I mean far as a mindset that we have. And for niggas who look like us, we're always trying to look at negativity on why this person.
Yeah, and I'm saying that's the illness. Like, that's the illness.
Okay.
We have a condition that has been socially engineered into us.
I agree.
Generation after generation. So an illness is not a part of our culture. That's not our culture. Like, hating on each other ain't our culture. It's a socially engineered concept.
Well, even if it's a concept, it's a practice, though. It's a practice amongst.
I'm turning it to a profession.
It's a practice amongst our culture. If we want to say that, then it's a practice amongst our culture that we use all the time. And for some reason, we hate seeing niggas that look like us, for some reason, surpass us, and we have a hard time of just elevating, appreciating, showing love to other niggas doing their things. There's something about showing love to another nigga that we have an issue with. And the more love you show, the more dick sucker you are, and all this other case. And that's just us. We just don't like it.
I don't know why people are doing that to you. Like, I can
no. I'm just speaking in general. I'm just speaking in general. Like, you know, I don't believe that, you know, I'm participating in that type of behavior. I hope not. And I know I have friends that will check me if I'm out here dick munching and dick eating. They gonna let me know, like, you know, D, stop dick eating. You know what I'm saying? Stop being a dick
I don't think
muncher.
I would tell you directly, but I'll tell, you know, one of our mutuals.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm on that. I don't think I'm on that.
I don't think so neither.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think my niggas is on that either. But, you know, yo, bro, man, I loved having you on, man. We need to do this, man. You know, it might be a weekly thing just to hear your opinion. And this is giving people another side of you that they don't know, because all they see you is hating on motherfuckers. So you gotta understand, like, this is giving people a whole nother side of you that they did not know exists.
Really? It's on the platform.
Of course. I don't think so. You don't show, you might give a little snippets of the side of you, but I feel like, you know, people who's not familiar with Couch Walker, for them to hear you speak today, they're probably like, okay, all right, maybe I understand them more. Maybe I get them now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll work on that.
That's why it's good to build relationships and get on other platforms. Yo, listen, Right before I let you go, how you feel about this whole Diddy situation?
You see, I stopped covering it, right? And that's for a reason. I don't want nothing to do with freak boy business no more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our legends is being taken down, and deservingly so. I'm not on the side of defending none of these niggas. They look crazy, and I can only imagine because you know all these rumors.
Can you help me?
We heard all. You was born 87, right? You said you was born 87, right?
Yeah, 87.
I'm born 89. We heard all these rumors in elementary and middle school, and you know it.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
You heard me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, you didn't hear you didn't hear all these rumors in middle school and elementary?
Say that. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear that. But just repeat that real quick. What you just said.
All of these Diddy rumors, we've been hearing these shits since elementary school and middle school. If you born in the late 80s, you've been hearing this shit for years. We've been knew about this. Now it just got brought to the light. I ain't riding with it. He look crazy.
Yeah, Diddy do look crazy, man.
And anybody who went to his parties, I don't know about you.
Listen,
now question marks.
I got to keep it real. I was on a free Diddy campaign, and I really thought he had a chance because I'm like, yo, you laughing. I'm like, a nigga shouldn't be, commended for, you know what I'm saying, like, or denounced or whatever the case may be, and spend his life in jail because he's a freak, because, he has his own sexual preferences. But I'm not gonna lie, after hearing Cassie speak today and give her testimony about Diddy and just having niggas straight violate her and piss her in the mouth and shit like that.
He abuses his power. Listen, I don't ever want to get that rich. You know how people
don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. It's not the wealth.
Let me explain.
He has a problem, bro. There's not. I hate when niggas say.
I understand he got a problem, but this problem lives amongst people with that money, with that status. And it's like, maybe I don't want to be a billionaire. Maybe,
Nah, if it's in you, it's going to show, bro. It has nothing to do with how much money you accumulated. It has nothing to do with you being a billionaire. If you a sick nigga, you don't remember that
famous quote from Batman? Either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself turn into the villain. Yeah. That's what happens when you get a lot of money, like a lot of money. Like
you just become more of the person that you really are. Diddy just been this way. Now he has money. He can have his way. But Diddy always been, a sick nigga and probably a weird ass nigga, bro. I didn't think it was this weird.
Created because of him now. I really think that when Cameron and them invented Pause and we can't say the other one no more, but Pause, I think it was because of Diddy back then. I think Diddy was doing so much crazy shit that Dame and them created that.
I feel sorry for the husband, Cassie's husband. I feel sorry for dude. Alex.
Yeah, I'm leaving her. I'm leaving her from him. I can't deal with it psychologically.
I ain't gonna lie. Only a white man.
I still love her and everything.
Only a white man can sit through that and listen to that. I don't think a black king could really go through something like that and stomach something like that. Ain't no way you can go back to a group chat. Ain't no way you can look at a cousin. Ain't no way you can look at a brother. Ain't no way you can go in front of your niggas after your niggas hearing that. That's your wife.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
a tough room to enter.
Yeah, that's rough.
Imagine niggas knowing that your wife was okay with niggas pissing in the mouth and all that, straight violating, straight getting violated.
Yeah.
By professional dick giving niggas. These are Olympic fuckers, bro. You gotta understand, like.
The porn star niggas who work out, yeah.
Professional fuckers, bro. These ain't real. These ain't regular niggas.
He never fucked his bitch like them niggas did on an off day.
That's why he hired them. That's why he's hired them. These are different type of guys. Super violating his piece, man. His girl.
Yo, I'm gonna say this though. He's way worse than R. Kelly, and I don't care what nobody said. We can argue all day.
Oh my God, you just trying to have a longer segment, bro.
Puff way worse than R. Kelly.
How was that? Puff don't got no minors in his case, bro. The fuck are you talking about? There ain't no kids in his case. I don't understand what's wrong with. I don't understand what's wrong with you. Hold on. No. You said what you said.
There's one thing above this. There's one thing above that, and it's called murder. Diddy got all sorts of violence in his shit and all.
We're gonna compare violence to molestation of young girls, bro? Really?
they're similar.
What do you? We talking about? We're talking about a grown ass man taking. We're talking about a man, a grown ass man taking advantage of young little black girls. That's what R. Kelly did. That's what R. Kelly did, and we seem to forget that, bro. We seem to forget how he molested, and took advantage of little girls. Diddy doesn't have that. Diddy's a sick individual who's a fucking freak, who's a super fucking freak.
Well, hold on. Aren't they trying to charge him with a murder too, or am I getting that wrong?
Nah, there ain't no murder, but it's just racketeering and sex trafficking, bro.
Oh, okay. Then I'm wrong. I take that back.
We cannot compare Puff to R. Kelly, and I will allow anybody to do that because
he's nastier than R. Kelly. I'll say he's nastier than R. Kelly.
How is a person nastier than the person who's molesting 15-year-olds and 14-year-olds and pissing on them on 13-year-olds? He married Aaliyah when she was fucking 14 years old.
He's letting men fuck him.
I haven't heard that yet pop up on this trial. Listen, rumors are rumors, but during this trial, no male sex worker has said they slept with Diddy.
All right. I fully retract it. Diddy is not worse than R. Kelly. R. Kelly's worse. But let's wait to see this.
The fact that that's even a discussion is bad on Diddy himself. You feel me?
It is a discussion though. It's looking crazy.
It is looking bad on Diddy, bro.
And there's more bad shit coming out. It's like the feds are playing games with him. Oh, we got new discovery. Oh, wait, more discovery. Like, what the fuck's going on? What kind of case is this?
I think Diddy's definitely gonna do some jail time. I don't know how much time he's gonna do, but
how old is he?
Diddy gotta be like 50, in his 50s.
Oh, yeah, he's dying in there.
Yeah, it's rough, man. I hate to see it, man. But yo, bro, I appreciate you, man, coming on, and hopefully this is something I can do more consistent. I don't know how the people feel about, you know.
I hope it don't fuck up your relationships.
Nah. Why would you think it will fuck up my relationships? My relationships.
You telling me everybody don't like me? They want to beat me up and shit.
Nah, yeah, I'm pretty sure. if my nigga sees.
Jesus, my brother.
I hope so. I don't think so though, but I hope so.
You got the same Moko pet.
I hope so. But yo, man,
that nigga, I love that nigga, man.
I will, man. I'm all about peace anyway, man. If I could do anything,
Black power.
If I could do anything to make sure nobody gets hurt and shit don't get violent, then I'm gonna do that, man.
Yo, listen, Black Boston and Caribbean Boston should not be fighting each other.
It should not be, man. You know what, yo, this is my nigga Couch Walker. Make sure y'all follow him on the gram and all that for his content and follow his opinion and all that. I appreciate you coming on the show, my brother.
Yeah, keep doing your thing, man. I don't think you're a dick rider.
Thank you. I was trying to have a little category today on dick eating. If I'm a Boston dick eater, dick sucker, and all this, niggas be violating, man, and saying certain weird shit. So, I was just trying to clear it up because I'm trying to find out, what I'm saying. What
you got a platform and you trying to help people get lit, man. You trying to help people. You know what I'm saying? You doing the right thing, bro. Fuck niggas.
All right, bro. You already know that. I appreciate you.
All
right, well. That was my man Couch Walker, man, and honestly, I follow him on the gram and he has good content and some stuff I don't agree with what he does and shit like that, but other than that, damn, the chat's going crazy. Let me see. Yeah, man, but I appreciate everybody coming out and just do my first live stream, man. It's something that I probably want to do more often and shit like that. And should I play this last days shit? Can we put that up? Let me play. I feel like I'm talking about it a little bit too much, but I'll play a little bit of it. Niggas ain't doing shit right now. Fuck it, man. Make this shit a marathon real quick. Spacebar? Yeah, I'm just gonna play a little
Hey,
snippet.
yo, one thing I learned and know about niggas in the black community, niggas gotta know what crib they walk in. But in real life, I don't gotta do nothing free for niggas. I watch you niggas pay niggas that suck, nigga. I watch you niggas that pay niggas that ain't had a hit in 25 years. I watch you niggas dick suck niggas that couldn't tie a nigga that's from around the corners sneakers. Like I just told my man, you new niggas is embarrassing. All you niggas with clothes, you niggas with podcasts, you niggas.
Hold on,
you niggas are embarrassing, bro.
Pause this shit, man.
That's on my kid.
And listen, right? So when he said the podcasting and all this shit right here, and I'm just like, oh shit, bro, dog, throwing shots at me or whatever, bro, throwing shots at me because I'm thinking we have a relationship and we have a certain rapport or whatever. And like I said, I had him on my pod before, so I didn't understand the energy and where this was really coming from. And he's talking his shit and he's in his bag, but every time I see him, it's always love, and that's why I be so confused with niggas, and that's why I am the way I am, honestly, because you try to show love to niggas. This is a nigga I done show love to, like, yo, bro, man, you just copped this new piece. I like this new piece, man. You got this song. I like this song. I'm fucking with you. But niggas ain't reciprocating, niggas ain't showing no love back, and niggas ain't giving the energy that you give them. Niggas just want shit to be one-sided. And that's that bean nigga shit I don't want to be. That's the definition of a bean nigga. I do not want to be that, bro. I really don't. I don't want to be that type of bean ass nigga. I guess I'm not. Call me whatever you want. Call me a square. Call me this. Call me that. I just don't want to be that. I really don't. Like, nigga, I done showed love. Niggas ain't showing me no love, and I'm not asking for niggas to show me no love. I'm not entitled. I'm not asking niggas to post my shit, fuck with my shit, fuck with my content, whatever you do. I appreciate you. If you don't, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you or whatever the case may be, but I'm gonna keep playing this shit.
Bro, y'all niggas is embarrassing, bro. Y'all niggas is some dick sucking ass niggas, bro. Whether you like it, you love it, or you don't, bro. The truth is the truth, my nigga. Niggas dick sucking all these New York niggas and niggas from over here and niggas from, like, nigga, we from Boston, nigga. What the fuck is y'all niggas doing, bro? Like I just told my man, I said, bro, y'all are some new Boston niggas, bro. Niggas ain't renting out the W Hotel, nigga, for a nigga to gamble, nigga.
Stop that, hold on.
We Boston niggas, nigga. We gonna gamble in the middle of the street. We don't give a fuck about a nigga from out of town safety when it comes to us getting money and gambling. That's dick sucking that y'all niggas is doing. I don't give a fuck who y'all niggas is. That's dick sucking, bro.
All right, that's another thing too, right? And I was just talking about Couch Walker about the whole dick sucking and having a nigga come out here and all this. And like I said before, bro, this is luxury gambling, bro. It's luxury gambling. Yeah, nigga want to be in the W. Nigga don't want to be out in the streets sweating, cops stopping niggas. Gambling's illegal. You know what I'm saying? These niggas playing $10,000 rolls. You know what I'm saying? Like back-to-back $10,000 rolls. A nigga lose that, he probably want to go to sleep. He probably want a little dime to suck his dick in the back. Like, this what niggas want to do. You can't do that shit outside. This ain't shit. Like, I hate when niggas try to make you sound like a bitch-ass nigga for doing fly shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas was trying to make you sound like the biggest bitch in the world for doing fly shit. Catered food. Niggas want to eat good. I'm able to watch the Celtics. I can gamble when I want to gamble. I can take a little nap. I got a nice piece with me. Enjoying the environment. We in the suite. I'm getting my head rubbed, my head massaged. Maybe I just lost 10 bands real quick, 15 bands on a roll. Now I want to go in the back room and feel better about what just happened. I can't do that outside. I'd rather be a bitch ass nigga, bro. I swear to God, I'd rather be a bitch ass nigga, man. If that's what being niggas do, is play dice and in the pissy hallways and outside, and I gotta worry about D-Tech coming through and the boys and all that, and I'm like, come on, man. Talking about safety. I'm not even thinking about a nigga's safety. That nigga ain't even coming with the shits like that to even think about a nigga's safety. I'm more worried about the other Boston niggas that's around that I'm playing with. I'm worried about my own safety. Fuck is niggas talking about? Anyways, man, keep playing that. You got it over there? Yeah, keep playing that. Yeah.
Straight like that. You niggas interviewing all these niggas that come up here on your podcast and you're paying them. And you acting like, nigga, Last Days gotta call you niggas and be like, hey, man, you wanna interview me for your podcast? Like, you niggas better not ever in your life think that, nigga. I live better than them niggas you interviewing, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And I'm right here with you, nigga. I live better than them niggas that you interviewing, nigga. From out of town, nigga. Niggas is living with their mothers and living over here and doing this and driving in fucking Kias. Niggas is driving in baby mother cars and niggas got rent. Like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? This is what I don't like about niggas from our city. You new niggas. And yes, when I'm talking, you niggas are new. You niggas are new. Y'all don't move like the regular Boston niggas. All this dick sucking niggas is doing from our city. Y'all are new niggas, bro. You can say what you want. Oh, yeah, bro, that nigga's tripping. No, I'm not tripping. You're a new nigga, bro. Because Boston niggas don't do what y'all niggas is doing out here. Y'all niggas is embarrassing, nigga. Y'all embarrassing. All you new niggas, bro. All this dick sucking y'all niggas doing, bro. Take it personal, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Take it personal, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Last, you still my man, yo.
Take
I ain't mad at you.
Nigga. You niggas are dick suckers, nigga. You niggas new niggas.
Damn.
Niggas never made no noise, nigga. Never, where hood you niggas from or nothing. Like, get out of here.
I ain't from no hood. I ain't gonna lie.
Say, yo, that nigga Last Days, he's
I ain't
always
from
this,
no
he's
hood,
always
man.
that. Nah, nigga, Last Days is a real Boston nigga, bro. The way you niggas are moving in the town who got a little motion, y'all niggas move like niggas from the suburbs. Y'all don't move like Boston niggas. I don't give a fuck who gassed you and who told you you was. Nigga, you're not, nigga. You niggas are moving like two-hand twisters.
Damn, that was disrespectful. That's what got me mad. Two-hand twister. That's what really got me going. Damn. Two-hand twister. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Last. You had my niggas looking at me funny when you said that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Two-hand twister's crazy, bro. Two-hand twister's crazy. But this is the Boston mentality I'm talking about. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you talking about? The fuck is niggas really talking about? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play no more. And, you know, I pretty much got everything he said. Like I said, you know, nigga done, you know, we spoke on the phone. And I just got to speak my opinion. Because I'm trying to understand, like, I really be out here doing this. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how I be moving. I be moving out of pocket like that. I don't feel like that, but like, damn, for a nigga to look at me and I'm like, yo, dog, I just had this thing on the pod and all that. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, I really don't understand it. Like, I done showed love to niggas, man. I done show love to niggas, but like, a nigga can do something and be the illest nigga from Nebraska and do it. But when you do it, you're a dick sucker. But niggas can do whatever they want, run around with New York niggas and do this and do that, and you're just supposed to clap your hands and show love, like whatever. But that's the Boston mentality that I'm trying to get away from, my nigga. I guess I'm not a Boston nigga. You know what I'm saying? I guess, man. You know what I'm saying? I really thought I started off with 3 stripes and I done lost my stripes because, you know, Last took it away from me. I'm not official. I guess I'm not official, man. You know, like whatever, man. It is what it is, man. You know. You know, like I said, man, like a real nigga, honestly, a real Boston nigga wouldn't even be talking about another Boston nigga like this, man. Definitely would have definitely hollered at me on some different shit if he felt that way about me. But anyways, man, I'm trying to think, is there any more shit I need to talk about, man? And before I get off, like I said, this is my first live streaming. You know, I don't know how I did or whatever, and you know, it's just kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit more loose with it right now, no freaky, you know. I know niggas got shit to do or whatever the case may be, and niggas probably tired of me keep talking or whatever. But this was a, you know, hopefully I can do more of this, man. Shout out to all my niggas, man. Nickel and dimes, you know what it is, prolific. You know, everybody who's out here doing something. Shout out to Sheep Collection. Shout out to my stadium niggas. Shout out to Kerms. You know, shout out to all my niggas out here, man, who's really grinding. Shout out to my, you know, my niggas in the city who's still putting on. You know, 4-1, I'm saying it wrong, 456, you know, clothing line. I ran into them niggas. They're doing their thing and whatever the case may be, and hopefully they can send me some merch and shit like that so I can start rocking on the episode, because wearing this clothes shit gets real expensive and shit like that. But you know what it is, man. It's BNF. I'm signing out. I appreciate you, and honestly, we gotta stop all the dick sucking and dick eating out here, man. And shout out to Couch Walker for coming on my first episode. All right, signing out. BNF podcast, man. You know what it is. Have a good night, everybody.